You guys hear me? Hello?
I can hear you, Ben. I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, Dan. I can actually hear you for once.
Yeah, you can finally hear me for once.
That certainly makes talking to you a lot easier. So,
I had to turn up my mic so loud on my headphones.
yeah, it's not. To be fair, it's smooth. It's quite smooth now, so I can hear you pretty good. So, what mic do you have? Like, have you got like a decent one or what?
I have earphones in my ears. I got
Oh, okay,
headphones in my ears. Yeah, I had to turn them up so I could hear better.
nice.
Man, I've been talking to a lot of Mavs fans tonight, man. It's crazy. They were talking to me saying like, "Hey, Dan, do you think we're gonna go get KD?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. That's so tough to tell."
KD, the thing is that you just give away all your depth to get him. That's the problem.
Yeah, and
I,
you have to give up like at least three firsts.
I
Like,
don't know about no. That's the point. Sorry to cut you off, but that's the point I disagree with. I don't think you will have to give up three firsts. I don't think he's worth three firsts anymore. He's old, you know. It's like if you were trading for like a younger player or the younger KD, then sure, 3 to 5, maybe six first. But like, I think especially if you're having to give him guys like PJ, you're having to give him guys like Najee, you're having to give him guys like Gafford. Man, you don't have to give him all those firsts. I mean, if they give him a bunch of firsts alongside all of that as well, that's just crazy.
which
That really is.
which just sorry about that. I had to help
That's all right.
someone. What I was
So
gonna
what you saying?
what I was saying is that do you give up like two firsts or do you give up one?
I think one. I think one will do it. I think one and a bunch of decent players. Because the thing
Would
is,
you
like,
give up?
gone.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was
I
just
was
gonna
gonna
say,
say,
but
do you give up Clay?
I think if you give up Clay, you might have to give up an extra first purely for the fact that Clay is older now, and obviously if they're retooling around Booker, he can't be relied on as much. I think if they're getting guys like PJ, like Najee Gafford back, then I think it's one first. I think anything more than that is a massive overpay. Because I mean, think about it. You've got those are all guys who are sort of around 25 to 27. Like they're either sort of entering their prime or not in their prime. They've got playoff experience. They're youngish players. They're proving the quantities in the league. And if you're giving them away just for like, I'm not giving them away. Obviously, you're getting KD back. I understand that, but at the same time, KD ain't. He's aging. You don't know how he's going to age from now on as well. It's a
Right.
big risk, and that's a lot to give away. And I think if you were to do that, that would be a massive overpay. That's not to say though that like some team wouldn't do that. I mean, some team is
Yeah,
stupid enough
but
to do that, 100%. But like, I think it would be foolish
would
to
you
do.
give up PJ?
Hey,
Would you give up PJ though?
I wouldn't personally, not for KD. I think PJ is the heart and soul of the team at the moment, and he's certainly the heart of the team. Kyrie's the soul. So I think if you give one of them away, then that's an issue.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
I
we can
wanted to.
hear you, King.
I don't know if King's still here. He said he can't hear. I wanted to say something to him real quick because he said earlier I saw the message
He
saying
just commented saying, "I can hear you guys now."
okay, you can hear me, King. All right, I saw your message earlier, King. I wanted to say a couple things to you real quick. First, speedy recovery for Kai, man. We all wishing for Kai speedy recovery, man. Like I told you, Kai, my guy. That hurts. That's
Amen.
why I wanted Kai to get away from here. Like
Amen on
that
that.
for reasons like that, King. It wasn't. So I'm saying it wasn't about Lucas Standum. I knew this organization about to be bad, bro. There's a bad organization. But secondly, you said you hoping that he get a speedy recovery or we get a good draft pick because you want to stay a fan, a mad fan. If you gotta leave, bro, you gotta leave. Like it is what it is. I'm not holding anybody. like to staying here or anything like that. Like I understand everybody grieving, bro. Like I'm not a Mad fan. I just talked to Queen a little second ago, and I was saying to her, every show from here on out probably just gonna be questions and comments because it's basically for y'all. Because the folks that wanted us to stay and do this and cover the show because we appreciated Glow Yard, but we already gave our opinions and they're not changing. So it'll be saying basically the same thing every night and be BSing and doing this. So every show from here on out probably will be questions and comments just for y'all to get vent and say things I guess y'all want us to say or talk about or whatever real quick. But I appreciate you, King, for being here, man. If you do stay, if you don't stay, either way, the support is definitely appreciated, man. Like real talk. Like I say, we hope Kai gets the best, man. I hope the best for Kai, man. I still want Kai to get a championship so they can respect him the way that he's supposed to be respected. So it is what it is, man. But thank y'all. I'm driving. I'm gonna be off the stage real quick. Y'all can go back to doing y'all conversation. I just want to say it to King. Appreciate y'all.
Hey man, and yeah, just to back King's comments about about Kyrie and obviously being a fan of the Mavs or not being a fan of Mavs. I mean, so I'm not a fan of Mavs, as most of you know. So at this point, but I was a fan of Mavs, and obviously when you supported them for 7 years, and they go and do what they've done and what's happened. Obviously, on the back of it, it's very difficult to stay. And I consider myself a very loyal person, but there's a difference between loyalty and blind loyalty, and I'm not just going to be blindly loyal to an organization that clearly has ambivalence towards its fans and has ambivalence to everybody who cares about the organization. So that's it. I mean, but at the same time, if you stay a Mavs fan, that's your choice. I mean, no one's going to hate on you for that, or at least I'm not.
Hey, part of slavery was blind loyalty, Ben. So I tell everybody I'm not gonna stay loyal to something if I know it's wrong. That's foolish.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, because it comes more into also like the ethics around it. I mean, I'm a big believer. Obviously, I mean, obviously with Kyrie, it's one of the saddest things to see that happen to him because the guy is like truly a really likable character. I respect him as a person, like on and off the court. Obviously, I don't know the guy, but just from seeing the things he's said, he's done. Obviously he's one of the most entertaining players. He's one of my favorite players of all time. So to see him go down like that, to see tears in his eyes as he's trying to shoot the free throws and he realizes how serious this is. And, he may not ever come back the same player. And that's forget the missed time. That's going to affect his career from now on out. And it's one of the saddest things to see happen to a player, particularly obviously of his age. And, I can't really help, and I hate to bring it back to that, but if he wasn't, he's been playing the most minutes in the NBA, 40 minutes a night, averaging before that happened, right? He was having to go out there and basically, when no one else could score, we had no bigs, we had no one who could basically, people were missing shots, and he had to just go out there and just drive into the paint and put his body at risk. And obviously, I understand it's basketball; that could have happened either way. But the thing is, it's a medical fact that the more stress you put on your body, your joints and things, the longer you play in these high intensity basketball or sports games, the more likely it is to happen. And I can't help but kind of go away from the topic that Kyrie wouldn't have maybe not happened, that wouldn't have happened to him, because the thing is he did that. When you see that drive that he made, but when that injury happened, he ran in fast. He ran in hard. He really drove to the basket. And obviously, he was trying to do that, trying to get back in the game. He was trying to do that, and you got to ask yourself, would have happened if he'd had a generational ball handler next to him who's holding the ball and bringing it up most of the time? You know how Kyrie likes to play. He's a great off-ball shooter. He's a great off-ball player. Obviously, he has his little, he does his thing every now and again as well. But he's he says himself, chop wood, carry water. He does what he can for the team. And when Luka was there, he would kind of let other guys get involved, get other guys involved. He'd kind of get his points in where he could, spot up and all the rest of it when he think he needed it. And then he'd have that energy in the fourth to really be, that king of the fourth that we all know and love. So, I just have a lot of empathy for, the warrior he is. He did all of that. And I kind of can't help but blame that on the organization, man, for putting him in that position, because let's be honest, putting a small guard, it's obviously someone with an injury history who's at his age in that position to carry the whole team like that is just crazy work.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate this organization right now, Barry. Real talk.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think about even more and more what they did to Kyrie now. I really hate that. Y'all don't understand. And I knew it. That's the part that hurts me. I knew it from the outside looking at, Rouse said, making $2.15 or whatever. We call it on the show all the time. For us to be able to call it, why can't you recognize that as a $1 million or $1 billion industry and all of that, and having medical staff and all that to know that Kyrie need a break. So now Kyrie not only hurt, he hungry too because he's going through Ramadan right now. So like this is extra pain on him for what he gave. Like I hate this right now, man. I really hate this for what this can be. And now they got Kyrie kinda in like the palm of their hands because I don't know if he's gonna opt in or opt out. I don't know if he even plays all of next year. So you feel me like that? Who knows what happens with the playtime and when he returns or whatever like that? Like this is stupid. This is stupid, man. It's real stupid.
You
Yeah,
know,
and the
you know.
ACLs. I
Sorry,
was
go
gonna
on.
say is that I was gonna say is that the ACLs. I mean, they take like over 6 months of recovery, but they said that the medicine and science has been improved that they come back even much quicker. But when you come back from it, you're just a different player when you come back from the
That,
ACLs.
that's what I was going to say. I see King at the bottom said he probably will return at some point next year, but you're probably not going to get Kyrie being Kyrie, especially nowhere near what he can be if he going whatever's left in the tank next year. Usually that's the recovery year, so that's just a wait for Kyrie to return. He got a date. We're gonna get him a couple dates or whatever because he's not gonna play back to backs. He's gonna be on minutes restriction and all that type of stuff. That's not gonna be the real Kyrie until probably the next year. And like I said, he can only opt in for one more year, and that's not gonna be probably an All Star type year next year. So it's like it's trash. They need to just pay him right now. They need to just
Yeah,
pay that man right now.
and
Pay
I'm
I
Kyrie
agree.
now.
I
and
agree.
I'm
They need to
telling you,
pay.
man. Like, sorry, just one quick follow on point from that. I will be very very angry if they mishandle this because they've got a history even in the last few months of mishandling injuries. Let's just look down the list, all right? So if you look at, say, for example, Anthony Davis, they rushed him back because they needed to get someone on the court. You know, this new star. They needed to obviously prove something after the Luka trade. What happens? He plays 3 quarters. He goes down. Okay. What about PJ Washington, man? Even he admitted himself, oh, I think maybe they brought me back a bit too early. I came back a bit too early. Same type of thing. These medical staff, man, should be looking out for the health of the players because at the end of the day, you don't have a franchise without healthy players, right? And we've seen this. They've got basically a register rather than a flipping team sheet out there. They can barely field 8 guys, right? You know, even their two ways are injured, right? And they're just trying to rush good dudes back and stuff because they're so desperate to prove a point because they got so much pride, you know. And it's disgusting, man. Like I hate to see it.
And
Like,
and and Ben, there's no one. That's why I say this sucks. There's no everybody is attached on the payroll still, except for Kyrie. He
yeah,
the only dude that can leave, and they at the first apron still, whatever. They stuck. You feel me? Like
Yeah, they are.
that's why I get worried now, man. I hate this team, and I don't trust in this team to do the right thing. They gonna do the business move. I really feel it.
Yeah, and I think this all is about business too, King. I just, in my personal opinion, I mean, the NBA is all about the business side of things. So, and when I saw Kyrie went down, Ben, I was like, man, this dude is just a warrior. He fights every single play that he does. He fights for that team. He plays hard. He wants to win. That's the thing.
yeah,
And he's
man.
won
He
championships.
truly loves basketball, man. And like the thing is, he's a real kind of like a locker room guy. He's a leader. You know, the guys love him. Everybody loves him. And the thing is, you know, the fact he's that kind of, like I say, he doesn't even care about his stats so much or getting like, you know, scoring 30, 40 points now. He doesn't even care about that. It's not about that. It's about helping the team to win. And he felt that he needed to do that to help the team to win. Because let's be honest, nobody else was doing it. Like nobody else was
Yes,
doing it.
he was trying to be the positive light for the
Yeah.
Dallas City when they were going through this issue, and people were still blaming him. Man, I hate. I woo the fandom of the Mavericks, man. That toxic fandom
The
at times is just
it
it gets on my nerves. It really does.
it's
And for what
it's
people do,
crazy.
but to know that Kyrie, like I said, he did all that. If I'm AD now if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm shutting down this year. I'm getting surgery in the off season, and I'm going to be on low management next year. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I mean Anthony Davis for his entire career, he's tried to stay healthy at the age of 32, but he just can't stay healthy. He just can't.
And people talk about the Mavericks like, yeah, man, but next year when they're healthy, it's going to be great. Like let's just say even before the Kyrie went down, right? People were saying,
Prior
oh
to
man, it's going to be so good when the Mavericks have AD and this amazing defense and all this. It's all woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe, if, but. It's all just a load of whatever. They've proven with this organization, this staff, and this situation that they can't keep these players healthy. They
Ben,
can't.
they were coping. Ben, they were coping.
Massively coping.
There's
But
no coulda, woulda, shoulda. We had the team. We were just in the finals less than a year ago. We had the team. There's no way if you're a sane person you can understand why would you do anything different. You had the
Who's
team
to say
already.
there's a guarantee, King? Who's to say there's any guarantee that even next year, let's say everybody gets whatever, like they get Kyrie and AD back, that they're going to be able to sustain that health? Who's to say that, man? You see the NBA today, like
If the
there's so many
Mavericks are
injuries. There's no
smart,
way.
if the Mavericks are smart, they will tank this year, try to get in the sweepstakes for Cooper Flag. Maybe the NBA gives them a deal because of what happened, because the ratings are going to be ridiculous in the playoffs this year. Then you trade Anthony Davis to Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Ooh.
Get the draft picks and trade them to Chicago right now. Get yourself a Kobe White, some other players, and get draft picks right now.
I'll tell you what, this is not even going to be that hot of a take, I think, at this point. But I genuinely feel I completely agree. I think they should blow it up. Blow it up. Like keep some of the young players you've got. Keep guys like PJ. Keep guys like Max Christie. Omax, for example. But like some of these other guys, like some of these, particularly these older players, trade Clay, get rid of AD. Let Kyrie leave or try and sign and trade him. Whatever you need to do, get picks. And then just try and draft right for the next few seasons. Try and get your picks back as well. That would be another thing. Try and get the Mavs picks back. That would be the smartest thing that they could do at this point.
Get everybody over 30 off the team now.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Now. Everybody over 30. There's no reason. You're not playing for anything. Anthony Davis is not going to lead you to a championship next year. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. If you believe that, blessings to you and all that stuff, whatever. Anthony Davis not going to lead you to a championship by himself next year, y'all. So go ahead and get rid of everybody 30. Let Clay go to a team where he could possibly win and get another ring over Steph and them like he wanted to. Let Kyrie decide where he want to go if that's what you want to do, and let Anthony Davis go back home and get draft picks. You got a core that's 25. Like they still have an awesome core of young guys because Nico did set that up as far as with draft picks and all. So he set that up. You still a guy away. If you can somehow draft that guy, or if you can somehow get a disgruntled guy with draft picks and get a guy over here, you still a guy over here away from competing. Do what you do.
I mean, if Kyrie wants to go to the Lakers, I mean, who's to say that you can do a sign and trade and you can get you ask for the Lakers go like, hey, can we ask for Rui and Reeves and a first in a sign and trade? I mean, I'm sure that the Lakers will probably say no. They may go get
Braun
Rui
might
and
do
Reeves.
Braun and Luka might do it. They got to say. Go. That's why I said before. If Kyrie if he want to go to the Lakers, get the sign and trade done, have him opt out, have a sign and trade, because LeBron and Luka make sure he get paid with Jeannie busting them. Give him his money over there, sign and trade, get the players right now, some more of them young players that fit your mold, and get draft picks, whatever you can get. Like you gotta get draft picks because you're a player where you have a young core. You have a bunch of guys that are like 25 and younger. You have a bunch of youngsters right now. It's not like we don't have assets. The Mavericks actually have assets. They don't have draft picks that are under their control, but they have assets now. Just get a bunch of draft picks. You are a star or two away from being a contender again.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right, and I think that if you can ask for Reeves and Rui and a first for Kyrie and a sign and trade, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I think realistically, if the Lakers are smart, and like this is no disrespect to Kyrie at all, like it's nothing to do with him, but I think with the way they're playing right now, with obviously the way Reeves and Rui are playing particularly, I think it would be better to keep a more well-rounded team rather than go for the 3-star route, if I'm honest. Because the thing is, I mean, Austin Reeves at the moment is playing like a fringe all-star himself. Rui is like an important defensive guy for them. I think if you're going to kind of get rid of depth for it, And also to add to that point, when have we seen like that one of those 3-star teams really work? I mean, maybe with the new sort of like obviously the money goes up every year, you might be able to work something out. If he takes a pay cut, maybe you might be able to work something out. But I don't know about.
So, a couple things, Ben. One, it depends on the playoffs, right? Playoffs the matter about everything. Like if Austin Reeves think in the playoffs, then we having a different conversation, correct? Two,
Yes,
two. I think Kyrie at a point now, and Kyrie stands going to hate me for saying this. I'm saying it ahead of time, so they're going to hate me for saying this out loud. Because you're coming off an ACL, you're a smaller guard. You feel me? You're an older person. Kyrie may be that sixth man of the year. That might be Kyrie's role coming up now.
maybe.
He has all the skill to be
possible.
a sixth man of the year.
I mean, it'd probably be the best 6 man of the year who ever lived. But yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Kyrie would be an incredible sixth man of the year. I trust Kyrie as sixth man of the year over Austin Reeves, if that's the role we're talking about.
mhm. But as I say again, King, it's not just Austin Reeves; it's Rui in the first, isn't it? It's and you know
Yes,
that.
as I say, it depends on the playoffs. The playoffs, well,
Mm.
if they show up in the playoffs, the Lakers won't care. Like the Lakers not trying to get none, they're just getting better. They don't want to get rid of anybody.
Oh, you
If
know
they
that
don't
would,
show up in the
yeah.
playoffs, then they will entertain that conversation.
I mean, I think if you took Rui at the deal and they could somehow do, in terms of what the Lakers would accept. I mean, obviously it'd be bad for the Mavs, but obviously if they're going to lose him anyway, it might not be. But I mean, I think if they were to say, okay, give me Austin Reeves, give me a first, and I'll give you Kyrie, then and they would somehow make the contracts work, then absolutely. But I think if you're giving away sort of defensive depth as well, because one of the things that's been really good about the Lakers is that how well they've been playing the defense. And obviously having a taller guy in there, who's kind of used to it and the rotation and can hit spot up open 3-pointers. And also on the fact that the ball handling, there's going to be less. I guess good for Kyrie in terms of there's going to be less pressure on him. But at the same time, it's going to be. I don't know. I'd
It's
love
a
to have him
lot.
on the Lakers, but
It's a
yeah.
lot. It's a lot right now, Ben. I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's a lot right now. Things will have to shake the Mavericks way for that to be a good trade. You feel what I'm saying? What the Lakers will want to do. You're right.
Yeah.
Like that's giving a lot right now. If they fail in the playoffs, though, then no one will care about anything they've done in the regular season so far.
I think the only way the Lakers get Kyrie is if he opts out and he signs with them. I think that's the only way because not even if, say, for example, a deal's put in place. I think unless Nico is as stupid as he was with the Luka deal, I think if you've got a guy like Kyrie, you put him out in for a bidding war. You kind of you say, okay, who's got it, and there's going to be people who will make a better offer than the Lakers will be able to make. Simple as that.
Maybe, maybe not. Because as I'm saying, Kyrie coming off an injury right now and a smaller person. The Lakers may be the team that want him. You feel me?
What if you ask for
Because of
Dalton
LeBron and
Knecht,
Luka.
though?
That may be the team that wants him and everybody do a deal for him because it's the team that wants him.
What about Dalton Knecht? Could you ask for him in a trade for Kyrie?
I mean, you
Certainly,
could.
yeah,
Reeves?
Yeah,
yeah.
you would ask for him. You got to make the money work. So you ask for whoever, but whoever they want to give. The Lakers are going to have control over the deal because really most folks aren't going to want to trade for Kyrie right now coming off an ACL injury, being his age and being that size and all that. You feel me? Like it is what it is. He would have to prove himself. But the Lakers being Luka and LeBron, they may be like, I already know who Kyrie is. Like, get him over here. We're gonna get him if he's healthy, if he can do whatever, we know we can do. So things about to shake. I'm not saying right now. Right this second, they would not do that trade. The Lakers would not do it. But I'm worried about the Mavericks. So really, I'm thinking about Kyrie's, best option. So if they failed in the playoffs and Kyrie can get away and get a signing trade going on right now, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Gina,
So what?
Gina
So
just
yeah, once a VIP, I think. Have we got any VIPs left, King, or is that or are they all gone?
But who asked for a VIP? My fault. I told you I'm
Gina.
driving, so I can't really look at the screen. All right, go ahead. They got it. They got it.
I said that Gina was posting the tweet on what Jeannie Buss said on trading away AD for Luka was.
Also, I think Eric as well. Yeah, you got him. That's fine.
I got Eric. Who was the other person? It was another person.
Yeah, it was just Gina and Eric, I think, unless I
Oh,
missed
Gina
someone.
asked you. I'm sorry. I got you, Gina.
I think if you look at it, to me personally, I feel, what do you got to do about Clay? I mean, Clay is going to have to be moved. If you're gonna get younger, Clay has to be moved.
Well, there's no
Yes,
point having Clay at this point, is there? Really?
you got to get rid of Clay. Clay is he's too young.
Clay's what I call a luxury player. Like, he's one of those guys. Like, he's got an incredible elite ability. We saw it just there, and obviously he's a veteran and he's obviously a champion. 4 times over, and obviously, yeah. I mean, he's an older player, but obviously on a tanking team, he's no good. He's not worth
Yep.
having.
He adds to a championship team, and he's in the twilight of his career. There's no need for him to be a part of a rebuild. He might as well retire now if they're going to rebuild, and he's stuck.
Yeah.
All right. So the big question: what do the Mavs do now, realistically? So what is the play? Obviously, we talked about trying to get picks and stuff, but how do they do that?
How did they do that? Well, I mean, they can't tank for the number one pick because there's no reason to lose all their games and think to themselves saying, "Oh, well, we're going to get Cooper Flag." When the Wizards are already slated to get the number one pick, I heard
Nah,
yesterday that. Go ahead.
Dan, Dan. Yes, you can. You lose every game now. What you mean? It's a lottery. It ain't the NFL.
Well, I mean, we have
You
like a
see Atlanta. Atlanta last, she got the number one pick.
yeah, but it was basically like a lottery percent chance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You wanna make your lottery percentage the best. So I would tank
Hmm.
every game. You lose. We're not playing for the playoffs anymore. So if you're not playing for the playoffs, you tank.
Yeah, I mean
You
that
feel me?
is
Like that.
true.
You're playing for positioning now for the player in the draft, and we have our draft pick. You want to get as high up as you can. We need to tank. They need to. They
And
don't bring back Anthony Davis. Don't bring back Daniel Gafford. Don't bring back Derek Lively. Tank. Start sitting down Klay Thompson now with little knickknacks. You tank.
mhm. They said
I
that there was
think,
like a
yeah.
four. I was gonna
Sorry, go on,
say is that there was a 4.8% chance that the Mavericks get the number one pick this year. Is what I've heard.
Yeah, but they just need to lose more games, man. They need to get the Suns above
Yep.
them.
And 4.8 is still a chance. That's crazy. And we ain't start tanking yet. We above 500. Tank.
Yep.
Every game going is like a crazy losing streak right now. Like I'm serious. Tank.
Yeah, just let Tank Commander Dinwiddie run the show.
Yeah, like
Get
that
get
year I was
get
mad that
Max
we was
Christie
tanking.
and Hardy like 900 shots a game between
Yes,
them.
let them young guys play. Let them play.
Let them
This is
develop.
now. You play with the young guys now. We Detroit and all them. Play with those guys. Let them play. With Detroit beforehand, I'm talking about. But let them young guys play. This is it. Tank.
I think Big J is waiting to come on stage, King. I don't know if it's come up.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't know at this. I don't know at this point. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, you either root for the team, either win or lose, or you just try to find something else to do. That's what I think.
So
If
so
you
I
were
don't think
talking to
tanking.
fans.
I don't think tanking is about rooting against the team. Like so, you can still root for tanking. Like Philadelphia 76ers rooted for a tank and their fans to get Ben
Hmm.
Simmons, Embiid, and all of them. Like they were cheering for the team to lose because they knew their current team had no chance. Now you want to get the best player available. You lost a generational player. You want to get another player. Let's go try to get Cooper Flag since he's so good.
So, hey, King,
Yes, sir.
can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. No, and that, I was agreeing with that because I've been talking to folks too, and we're all about let's go ahead and tank because if you're not going to win, let everybody sit. Don't try and rush anybody back on March 6th tomorrow when they do the evaluations. Everybody done for the season. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
need to say. And it's not, and trust me, it's not that I'm not a fan. I ain't hating the team, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, at this point, get the best draft pick. I don't think one is reasonable, but if we can get into that 10 range, because I've been looking at what's on the board, there's a bunch of point guards. Because people talk about bigs, I wouldn't go for no big right now. I would go for a point guard because I saw Jace Richardson is available in that number 10 to 15 range. Jason Richardson's son, who's a point guard out of Michigan State, and he looks nice. And I'm like, if we can keep Kai here, like I said, let Kai bring him up for the next couple of years, you know.
How many games the Mavericks won, Jay? How many games they won this year?
30
what? 32?
32.
Yeah.
32.
Bro, you can lose 50 games this year. You can lose. Like, it ain't
without trying at this point.
You only got you don't even have to like to do the 10 to 15. You can get a high pick. Like, you can still get a high pick, a top 10. If you don't get Cooper Flag, like Jay said, go for the best player available. Like, you want to get another player on this team now. This team is not winning. They're not going. Oh my God! If y'all really, people, maybe y'all still believe they're going to playoffs and going to do this thing and all. Like, this team is done. They're cooked. So if they're cooked, there's no need to play the 50. The worst place to be is in the middle in the NBA, in sports in general. You don't want to be there. So go be bad this year when you know you got control of your pick. Go be bad.
That's what we did to get Luka.
Another player. Yes,
that's
what you did to get Lively. You feel me? I was mad at that year because I thought we was better than what we was, but they would have hit a tank to get Derek Lively. You feel me? Like, now you need to do it. You really need to do it. Go do it.
We got an excuse. Everybody's hurt legit. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are legit hurt, so just let it be.
Yeah, like this is true though. This is a year where you really have the excuse. Tank.
Yeah,
there's no fining. There will be. Queen asked about a fine. Will we get fined again? There's no fine this time. The NBA will have no reason to fine the Mavs. They will understand. Tank.
5 of the top 6 players are hurt.
Yeah, Tank.
Hey, I think the key thing about the whole tanking thing and getting fined was that Jason Kidd admitted to it. That's the thing. You just don't tell them that you do. But the thing is, I don't think they even need to tank. They're going to lose these games anyway. They have
they're basically going to lose.
They can just try and play and they'll lose, man. They'll
so
try and play.
Even if Jason Kidd said we tank this time, the NBA not going to fine them. Because they're going to be like, bro, we understand. We see your lineups. We see what's going on. Like, they about to get an emergency player sync.
Yeah, I mean, what they're going to say is, it's going to be like, look, we've got 8 players, literally 8. That's all we've got. Simple. What do you want us to do?
Player. I would leave it like it is. Like I said, move as high up in that draft as you can get. Don't let anybody, like I said, let AD get whatever he needs to get. If he needs to get surgery, he can be back in October, November. Let him do that. Let Lively rest. Like I said, let Gafford rest. No rushing back. And then let everybody just come back next year and
do what you do next year. Like, let Jason Kidd decide if he gonna quit or not. Let Nico and them decide if they're going to do something about that. Next year, you move on and go. You start playing with the other guys, and then whoever that rookie is, letting them get time. Bro, do not win games. Like, I'm serious. Do not try to win games. At the end of the games, you throw your guys in, the worst guys and all that, and say, bro, play. Like, this is tank time. Like, do what Utah and them do. You've seen it enough times in the NBA. Don't win those close games. Keep trying to lose. Miss shots. How are they missing? This is bad basketball. Lose.
It's kind of hard, though. I mean, if you tell players that, like, hey, we're just going to lose games on purpose, and they'll be like, well, we want to win.
Well, no, you don't have to tell players.
Yeah, it's certain players you put in. You put players in. Yeah, you don't have to tell them. You just don't play the certain players in situations and say, you know what? You don't need to be played right now. You probably can make a game winner.
Don't get 30 minutes
game winner in their life and all, and say, go ahead and make a game winner.
Again, can you imagine how well the Mavs could be tanking right now if they still had Maxey and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dinwiddie? Man, they would be tank commanding. Man. That would be like, oh my days. That would be something else. Can you imagine Tim Hardaway Jr. putting up 30 shots a night?
Like, no disrespect to like Omax and them, but I wouldn't even put Dinwiddie in there. I'm putting like an Omax and them in the game at the end of the game. Like, shoot the ball. If he makes it, that's great for his development and all that. That's awesome. So it's a win-win. If he makes it, that's fine. Okay, you getting something development. Okay, you making game winners and all that. But I'm gonna bet that more than likely, a lot of times he probably gonna miss them, and that's okay as well. We losing, go miss the shot. It's okay, bro. You can make a team do that. Tank, it's not hard. Teams do it all the time.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about this though, King? what's crazy is that Portland is on a streak right now. They may even get into the play-in. If they get past the Suns, they're in the play-in.
because they tanked. So now they have players.
Yep.
You feel me? They kept tanking, so now they have players, and then they put players around them, so now they have a core now. As I keep saying, they're missing one winning player. One winning player
Man, the
will make
Blazers are kind of tough.
Portland.
Yeah.
One winning player will make Portland a playoff team, like a playoff team.
Portland have like a B-level player at every position and on the bench, pretty much. Like they got like all of their players are like decent players, like they're good NBA players. Like it's just like, they just need a superstar. They need someone who can like run the offense and do all of that. I mean, if they had that, that'd be amazing.
Now, here's one thing though. I would say this. I agree with tanking 1 year, but that whole Philly 3 and 4 years straight, you can't do that because then you have to trade all the players that contributed to that tanking because they're losers at that point. You know what I mean? You can't have a team
No,
that
no,
lost.
no, 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 no. You got a quote unquote generational talent this year. That's what I'm talking about. Like supposedly Cooper Flag is a generational talent, right? I'm saying do it the year that there's a generational talent there they talking about.
I don't know. I've seen Cooper Flag.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I'm not saying I think
he's
he
a
is.
good player.
I'm
He's
saying people saying all that stuff that he the next, best white guy, American guy, and all that, like by far. So
I mean, Cooper Flag is a good player though, but I don't know if he's generational. I mean, there was rumors that he could go back to school.
Yeah, just because he doesn't want to play for the Wizards or the Hornets. I mean,
I take Paul George. Paul's in the draft. A healthy Paul George.
I mean, if he can get to Paul George at his apex levels, then that's a great player, a really great player.
That's what I'm saying. People say the young KG and all that. That's generational.
Here's my thing, though. Would you fire Jason Kidd if you were going into tank mode? Or would you just have a sit-down with him and just say, hey, we're tanking? And
I don't think you have to tell him at this point.
Yeah, the Mavericks are going to lose a bunch of games. You don't have to do much. They're not a good team. Man. Not to be like bad, but they're not a good team.
I mean, they're scrappy right now because they've been playing in that mode, but the top, like I said, we've lost 5 to 6 of our top players.
How many players do the Mavericks have?
14.
I mean, right now
they got 14 available
8.
right now. I'm talking about right now.
No, they got 8 right now.
8.
They got 8 players available, man. Like the Mavericks are tired. The Mavericks are not going to win a bunch of games.
Do you shut down Caleb Martin?
Well, I mean, there's no need to bring him. They got him in the G League right now, or whatever. Like, there's no need. Like, shut down everybody. I would shut them all down,
including Clay.
Yep, including Clay.
I don't know if you could tell Clay not to play though. I think he's just that kind of guy. No, but you know what I mean.
I mean, they're gonna make him unhappy, but you're trying to trade him now.
But Clay's the kind of guy. Clay's the kind of guy. He'll get in a drop. Like if you tell him that, then you probably lost him.
He will. But you're going to trade him. The goal is to trade him now, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, true.
You feel me? Like Clay should not be here next year.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a failure if Clay's here next year. That's what I'm saying. Clay should not be here next year. It should be a bunch of young guys, them PJ Washingtons and them, getting in their correct positions, wherever they're going to be paused, with whoever the draft pick, and then let's go.
Do you think PJ wants to be on a rebuilding team? I mean, he was on a rebuilding team when he was with the Hornets.
I mean, it's hometown, and he'll be damn near the best player on the team.
I mean, he could pretty much be the guy for a while.
Yeah, he's damn near the guy between him, Gafford, and Lively, basically.
I mean, PJ is going to be the one who's scoring most of the points, I would say.
Probably
in that
so,
team.
yes.
Theoretically, if you don't have Clay, you don't have guys like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, JP,
you talking about beating the Bucks? And I was like, I don't care if we beat the Bucks, man. Oh, good day. Oh well.
We're about to beat the Bucks, my man. I don't know if you see the score.
I mean, they're down by. Now, apparently, I'm looking on my TV. It says that they're down by 6 right now.
No, they came back though, so they getting excited, but it's all good. I hope they do beat the Bucks. They still need to tank. If they beat the Bucks, that's bad.
Yeah, that's a little bit bad.
Will
That's
they
not
trade? Hey, will the Mavs ever trade Dwight Powell? That's the real question.
Oh gosh, you mean the goat?
Mate,
goat?
I'm telling you, man, that man is like kryptonite. He avoids
They're
every
not.
single
They're
scenario.
not, especially if
They're
they're
not-
rebuilding. Nah, they're not.
They're not
If
trading.
they're rebuilding, they keep Dwight for the minimum.
Mavericks
He's set.
lifer, baby, the goat.
Yeah,
I've got this
until he
jersey.
wishes
I'm
to
a big
retire,
fan.
he'd stay here. He'd be the OG that'd stay here.
Hey King,
Yeah,
that jersey's still sitting in my drawer, you know,
It's a
picking up
legend,
dust.
man. It's a legend.
King, do you remember the time when we had Dwight Powell? You remember Mark Cuban saying, "Oh, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time." And I've been telling Mavs fans, I said, "No way, he's the GOAT. He ain't better than everybody."
Offensive numbers, man. This is offensive rating, man. Greatest offensive rating of all time.
Oh,
White Powell.
Some would say the best offensive center of all time.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Ben. You know, and you got
Look
the
at his
autographed jersey.
defense. Oh, see,
You got
there
the
you go.
autographed jersey, man. Bro, I think there's a different universe where Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber never was asked to like play center exclusively. Like they played like sometimes center maybe and stuff like that. And they're actually decent players on our team.
Well, when they played at 4, they're much better. Yeah.
No, I'm saying they played 4 and they never got beaten up, so they never got injured. So they were just decent players on our team.
Shout out to Dwight, man. What a
I
guy.
really feel I've always said that forever. I feel the reason that Maxi Kleber and Dwight career aged as bad as it did is because they were playing the center position, and they should not have been playing the center position for the Mavericks.
Oh, damn, quote from Jay Kidd about Kyrie's injury. The load didn't have anything to do with the injury, Kidd said. We're talking
Shut
about
up.
one play. It's a freak
Shut up.
accident. That's how it should be reported.
Shut
But we're
up,
not
kid.
reporting it right. We're reporting
Shut
on
up,
conspiracy
kid.
theories.
Shut up, kid. Shut up.
yeah.
It did have something to do with it. Shut up.
Most minutes
We
in the
know-
league.
We
Most
know what
minutes.
we know what your body does with wear and tear, and we know that Kyrie has dealt with injuries in the past. Why are we acting brand new? Stop it. That's like
Yeah.
saying giving Anthony Davis a bunch of minutes wouldn't lead towards him getting an injury, knowing what he's been going through. Stop it, Jason Kidd. That's foolish. That's foolish. Hey, you guess what? How come we talk about when Luka's playing a bunch of minutes, we need to get him less minutes because he's going to have wear and tear and it might hurt his body? That's literally what they would say. Stop it, Jason Kidd. Stop it. Now, it's not the only reason why it was a freak accident to happen, but it did happen because Kyrie was playing extended minutes. So wear and tear, what he had to do on his body and what he was doing for the team, the situations he was in, the getting beat up over and over again daily, to drop 35 for the team to be competitive, to still be losing.
Yep. All I'm saying is the risk is much higher when you're doing that every game. Way higher.
I always say, Ben, I don't know why people act like this statement like it's so distant or foreign or alien. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't understand why people don't understand that.
I mean, let's call it as it is, man. That play where he got injured, as I said, he drove super hard into the paint, super fast, because he saw the game slipping away and he wanted to win. And he felt like he was the only one that could score, probably, at that point. Or at least get a bucket when they needed it. So, just take that as it is. I mean, obviously he wouldn't have done that.
Because you put that burden on Kyrie's shoulder on a game he normally shouldn't even had to play.
Yep.
I got a question for both of y'all. Do you think that if you do trade away AD, what if the Warriors come calling, they offer you like Kuminga, Podziemski, and like a first for AD? Do you take that in a heartbeat?
I mean,
just to get rid of it, yeah.
Yes. If you get draft picks, we need draft picks right now.
Kuminga's a good player, man.
Yeah. So I'm saying, if you're telling me we're getting two like good players that are young, I mean, they still aren't where they're going to be at. They aren't in their prime yet. So yes.
And Podziemski is a scrappy guard who plays really good defense, so, and he can do a little bit on offense as well.
I would have loved it. It'd have been awesome if AD could have played more games and we could got maybe more than one first round draft pick for him. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah. I think at this point, I mean, if you're going to have to trade away the older guys, you might as well just go ahead and do it this summer. You might as well.
Yeah, fire sale.
Yeah.
You know, everything must go. Just, you know, whatever you want. You know, just make offers. Cool. Just let all the GMs in the league know. It's like, you want AD, you want Clay, you want, you know, who do you want?
Yeah. Well, I think that you have to keep Omax and Hardy. I mean, if you're going to go into a rebuild, you might as well just keep those guys. Because if they're going to be part of your future, you might as well just do it.
Well, they're cheap contracts anyway, so you might as well keep them, yeah. And they're young, so and they're going to get better, so, and they'll have a lot more shots next year. So, yeah, just keep them. I mean, I see no reason to trade them. You know, that can be part of your young sort of depth.
Yeah, and I like Max Christie too. I like the player. I mean, he is 22 years old, but I think it's just going to take a lot of development for him, to be honest.
Hey Dan, I'm going to put one thing out there though. Grimes is better. Grimes is better.
That is true. That is true because my nickname for him is Grime Time, and I miss that so much.
Bro, I wasn't just doing the whole Quentin Grimes gimmick for a while just because, you know, it's funny. Like, genuinely, I thought Grimes was like really skilled because, like, you saw him on the court. I mean, I'm not saying Max Christie isn't, but Ham Sandwich was the guy, man. Like, I think he's one of those guys. If you gave him more offensive green light, I mean, you've seen what he can do, man. Over in Philly, he's going out there, he's putting up numbers. He put up 30 again. He put up, what is it, 45, and then he put up 30 in like 3, you know, 2 out of the last 3 games. I mean, that's tough, man. Come on.
Do you think the new owners would fire Nico?
I hope so. I think they will because he's not their guy anyway. It's not like that was the guy they brought in. This is just a guy that they inherited. So, I mean, they can easily, and it's also for them to save face and get the fans coming to the games again. You know, one way they could get fans to come to the games again, at least some of those ones who are on the fence, is by firing Nico. If you fire Nico, then and they put out a statement saying, you know, it was a mistake, it was what it was. I mean, they should have done that yesterday, if I'm honest. If they'd done that, then I think a lot of people would have been like, you know what, like I'll stick with the team. And then they could have put those prices up, and it wouldn't have been such a big controversial topic.
I wonder though, if you go into a rebuild, do you keep guys like Kessler Edwards around if you wanted to?
Yes, I think Kessler Edwards has proven that he's a solid player, man, and I think they should keep him. Even give him a contract.
They need to give him the standard contract. I mean,
just give him a contract. Yeah, just give him a contract.
Just give it to him. Elevate his two-way into a standard right now.
The thing is, I think they want to do that, but they can't do that right now because of the financial rules or whatever. Because I think they're over the apron or something, and they can't actually do it.
Because I think their money situation's like $171K or something like that.
Yeah, because the thing is, Dan, if they would have done that already, especially with 8 players playing tonight. I mean, they can give them a standard contract, like a minimum or something for a couple of years or whatever, a 1-on-1, and then they can essentially just go, okay, now we've got a 2-way spot again, you know, and then they can get another player. Do you see what I mean? And like that would certainly put, you know, lessen the burden on the rest of the team.
Yeah. And what about these 2-way players though? Guys like Brandon Williams and some like Kessler. I feel like that they need to be stayed. Like they need to be kept for next year.
I think Brandon Williams, I mean, is I'm indifferent about because although he's a skilled player, he's a small guard, and those skilled small guards are 10 a penny. You can find about 50 of them in the G League that will be able to do this similar type of things to what Brandon Williams does. So whether you keep him or you don't keep him, it really isn't really that big of a deal. But you know, obviously with Kessler Edwards, he's not a small guard. He's a good defender. You know, he can do a little bit of offense. He can spot up, shoot, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I would keep him certainly.
I would too because he looks like a really good player. I mean, you keep him, you keep Hardy. I mean, you have a really good young backcourt for the next 6 or 7 years at least.
I mean, just look at the way that like Kid was starting him, even over guys like Najee Marshall. He was starting him for like how many games recently? You know, and you're not going to, and you know how Kid is with like young players and stuff like this. Like he's not always giving them the fair shake. Well, man, he truly believes in Kessler Edwards. And to be fair, rightly so, because Kessler Edwards has kind of really sort of stepped up and he's done a good job. So yeah, I would definitely want to keep Kessler Edwards, man, because the thing is, if you let him slip, to be honest, obviously if it wasn't for the financial fair play rules, I'd be taking Moses Brown as well. But then again, it's like, how many centers do you want at that point? I understand that most of them are injured, well, all of them are injured aside from Dwight, but I mean, how many centers do you need? I mean, if you were going to take Moses Brown, you would need to basically waive Dwight, but obviously they're not going to do that because Dwight has Mark Cuban's, incriminating pictures or something.
And it was sad that Kai Jones didn't even play tonight because of that quad or strain that he's got. And I'm like, man, that dude was playing like lights out, even though we lost in a blowout. But, I mean, he put up good numbers against the Kings.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's obviously a good player. I just obviously
4 years old.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing with him is though, like obviously, allegedly he's not allegedly, but he's a little bit eccentric. Is I guess the word I would use. But I guess maybe that makes him a maverick. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, he's wearing my favorite number. I mean, he's wearing 23, and that's a legendary number. That's a legendary number in the NBA, man. That's like MJ-esque. It's crazy.
Well, I think in his own mind, he thinks he is a legend. I mean, he said himself he thinks he's the best player in the league. So, I mean, obviously that's not a bad necessarily mentality to have. It's delusional, but at the same time, delusion can sometimes, and confidence combined with some ability can make you play amazing at times. Like you forget these, players are human beings, and if this guy truly believes he's that guy, I mean, it can turn into like Dinwiddie type stuff where he's like, beating all the air out of the ball for like 20 seconds and then like missing the shot. Or it can turn into something where he's going to go out there and put on a crazy good performance, But either way, at least self-belief is important, I guess. So he's definitely got that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, if you're going to trade away your older pieces in the summer, I would do it. Just because you need draft picks and the young players, you might as well just do it. So.
Yeah, but I mean, some of the guys in the comments saying, "Isn't Kai Jones on drugs or an alcoholic?" That led him to going nuts. I was like, man, we've had guys on drugs and alcoholics before, and they've been pretty good.
Man, what are we doing these days, man?
I don't know.
Man, what's up, K Choice?
What's good, people? What's good?
Oh,
Okay, now
no.
it's now officially a Christian stream. Now we got K Choice.
Not this team, K Choice. Not this team. Hey,
Oh,
JP,
no,
we still gonna win this game?
I don't know. I don't know about this game.
Hey,
K
man,
Choice, you still there?
Yeah.
Hey, do you think we'll win this game? Do you think the Mavs? Well, not we, but do you think the Mavs are going to win this game?
I want us to tank, my guy.
My man.
There
you go.
Hey, y'all. I'm just being honest. I don't win. As long as Spencer Dinwiddie starting, I don't think we're gonna win another game.
I was just waiting for the Spencer Dinwiddie comments, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, like K Choice, you should love Spencer now because he can be tank commander. He's going to go out there and ruin possessions.
Did y'all see that dude just pull up for that three?
Yeah,
bro. We
Hey,
trash, man.
Hey, Ben, what would you do with Dante Exum? I think he has that player option, right, on his contract. Would you keep him for the rebuild?
I mean, he's a bit old and injury prone for a rebuild, isn't he? I mean, he's not really got a lot of value, but I mean, I guess because he's a cheap contract, I mean, you guess you could keep him, yeah. Because I mean, obviously, you can't get rid of absolutely everybody, can you? You got
No,
you can't go and you got to keep some people, I guess. So I mean, the thing is, at least with Dante Exum, like he is. Like when he's on, he's very efficient and he is like a playmaker, so he can kind of like spot up some of the other guys and get them to play well. So yeah, I mean, Exum's a really good contract to have because he's just he doesn't cost much, and when he's on, he's really effective. But he's a bit of a, and the only time he kind of sucks is when he's in the playoffs. But you have to worry about that. You have to worry about that. Gafford? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Or certainly, I mean, if you're trading away your star players and stuff like this, I mean, Gafford's still what, 25, something like that.
I think he's still young.
I mean, And man, Gafford was looking like a flipping all-star, before Luka got traded for some of those games he played before he got injured, he was looking like a flipping all-star, man. He was going out there like dominant performances, putting up 30 points some nights, getting 10, 15 rebounds and, yeah. I mean, you want a guy like that. He's a great energy guy and he's a positive, locker room guy. So yeah, I would definitely keep Gafford if you can.
Do you think if the Mavericks do somehow get Cooper Flag, in which we don't know for certain yet, I mean, him and PJ would be a really good duo, I think.
That'd be two really good forwards you could have on the team. Like, because you could play Cooper at the
you got
3, PJ at the 4. Yeah, that'd be
Lively
nasty,
at the
man.
5. That
Lively
would
at the
be
5.
really
That's
nice.
actually a pretty good. Like, even just from that starting point, that's a pretty good team, man. It's shaping up, and then obviously their weakness would be the backcourt, especially with our Kyrie injured. So you'd have to get something for that. But yeah, man, that wouldn't be bad at all.
But do you put Max Christie in the starting lineup, though?
I want to see Max. I mean, if I was the Mavs, I would want to see Max Christie in the starting lineup personally. But at the same time, if you got Cooper Flag, there's only. I mean, the thing is, I guess you could play Max Christie as a tall guard because he is kind of got that body type and he kind of plays that way. You could play him as like I mean, let's say theoretically speaking, you had as a starting 5. Let's say if you traded away AD, and you had Lively or Gafford, and then you had say PJ, you had Cooper Flag at the 3, you had sort of Max Christie at the 2. Man, I don't know how you'd have a point guard if you trade away Curry. Let's say Curry stayed. Man, that's a pretty good team. That's a pretty good starting 5. Not gonna lie.
I mean, if you keep Kyrie and you have Cooper Flag and PJ, Lively, Gafford, Christie, that's actually a good team.
And that would be a lot of fun to watch as well. That would be a fun team, like one of those teams that they may not be like winning championships, but they certainly would be a hell of a lot of fun to watch, and they probably have a really fast play style.
I have a very strange feeling that the Mavericks are going to get their first, well, not their first, but their second number 1 pick ever this upcoming season.
I could see that, King. I can really see it.
The conspiracy theories are coming out.
Latte says PJ Gafford, welcome to the Toronto Raptors. They're not going to Toronto.
It's just because Latte is Canadian. Well, I think he is. You're Canadian, Latte, or have I got that wrong?
Yeah, are you Canadian, Latte? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, he is Canadian. But man,
Dag DV dry snitched on him. Actually, that was just straight snitching. Dag DV, man, I saw you.
King, how do you feel about Cooper Flag and PJ together? As Cooper Flag at the 3 and PJ at the 4. I think that would be a good line.
Oh, look at Latte. He's a nice guy. Look at him. He said I snitched on him before, so he owes me one back. Look at him, man. That's a stand-up fella there, man.
Hey, he's sending around the goons.
Look at you, Latte.
That's just
my
the kiss
guy
of death,
too,
man.
Latte, man. Latte's the dude, man.
Latte's already sending around the goons, man. What are you on about? That's just him.
Latte's the party animal. He's the guy that's always making sure the place is hype and all that stuff, man. Changing the mood, however needed. Pause.
King, you think Cooper Flag and PJ would be the greatest duo ever in Maverick uniforms?
Certainly, I don't know if he can hear you, man. Hey, King, can you hear him? Can you hear Dan?
No, but that's usually sometimes Dan goes in and out. Pause.
He was asking if he thinks that you think that PJ and Cooper Flag would be a good forward duo. The Mavericks going forward.
Yeah, if you get Cooper Flag, you got a good team. You got AD, Kyrie, you got the number 1 pick. Like, it depends on really if you can stay healthy, like always, and how good Cooper Flag really is. Is he a number 1, number 2, number 3 on a championship team? If he a number 1 and you got him that team already, he should be Tim Duncan-ish, right?
That is true.
Yeah, that might. Based on the Mavs' luck, I don't think they're getting Cooper Flag unless it's a
The
conspiracy
only thing,
where.
if you get Cooper Flag though, if you can't get rid of Anthony Davis, you might have to trade PJ Washington.
Ooh, I don't know about
Because
that.
where is PJ gonna play? Or you gonna put Cooper on the bench?
Man, that's
They trade Gafford, but think about the starting lineup. PJ wouldn't be able to start, or Cooper Flag. One of the two guys couldn't start. Because if Lively didn't start, AD still the power forward. So then the three is between PJ and Cooper Flag. And truthfully, Cooper Flag probably a better natural three than PJ is. So PJ would have to go to the bench. And if he don't want that spot no more, if you think I'm still young, I won't be that dude, then you may have to trade him.
You need PJ as a starter.
yeah, you do. I agree with that.
You can't.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't think you can.
PJ's probably Cooper Flag's probably a better three than PJ though, and he's supposed to be good defensively.
Yeah,
So
but
he's elite
PJ's been
defensively.
playing four for the Mavs. I guess AD
PJ
isn't
not
it?
gonna be
Yeah.
playing the four of
Okay.
AD
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like if it was between PJ and AD, I'm sorry. I mean, PJ still would be playing a bunch of games because AD may not be playing. Sorry, too soon.
Man, I think the first 6 picks of this draft, the 6 prospects in this draft are nice, man. This draft is better than last year's draft.
Was it like guard heavy this year?
And that's what I'm saying. K, you got control of your pick this year. Tank. This the perfect time. Tank.
Now, look, I think you should tank. And what I don't like is everybody talking about this is Mav Corman. I hate to hear that, bro.
Yeah, K.
This is what they get for trading Luca.
I
Man,
know you don't believe in karma, K. It's karma.
it ain't that, bro. It just
It
I
is.
I don't wish bad on no player. I wish the dude would have never got hurt like that, bro.
No. So it's
Yeah,
not
me.
the Kyrie getting hurt. That's part of the karma, but nobody wished Kyrie to get hurt. It's just the team is going through the worst circumstances because of the bad juju. So they put out bad juju, so bad juju is now around them. Is
Yeah,
now coming back.
I get it. You reap what you sow, man.
Yes, basically yes. So it's
But
like you hang around, you live by the gun, you die by the gun,
yeah, live
and
by the
now
sword, die by the sword. I'm with you,
exactly.
King. I'm with you, but I just man, not somebody that's positive like Kyrie, bro. You
That's
get what
why
I'm
I want
saying?
that, and that's exactly why I wanted Kyrie gone, bro. Because he around when you around spoiled fruit, you put a good what is it, apple around some spoiled apple or whatever, it becomes rotten or whatever. Like this is a bad place, and he was giving his all for a bad place.
Yeah,
Man, I just hope if he decides to opt out that Fat Boy and Nico do right by him and give him the max, bro. 3 year max.
Or do you believe that? I hope
Listen,
so, but do you believe it?
keyword King. I hope, bro.
Yeah, I hope too, bro.
Man, that dude deserved the max, man. And
yeah. I
if
agree.
they do him wrong, bro, I don't bro. I'd probably be done with them, bro. I'd be a Rockets fan.
I really think that Kyrie
That's
could
deep.
sit.
Deep. Oh, sorry, my radio.
I really think that Kyrie could sit.
I'm with you, bro. I wouldn't even blame you.
I just hate to see Kyrie go out like. Then the man was crying on the free throw line.
Yeah, that was sad.
Man, man was crying, bro. You knew he was hurt.
And he took the two free throws on top of it.
Man, he hurt so bad. Jay wouldn't even come on the stream. Jay eating donuts right now.
Man, I was. It's just
Bro, so who is
unfortunate.
that on mute? I heard somebody talking, but they muted, man.
What I was gonna say is that I mean Kyrie is just one of those greatest players of all time, man. I mean at his position where he plays, I think he's a top. I
My
think
guy,
he's a
you
top.
better off doing sign language, bro. We can't hear nothing you saying.
KU Wildin, man. That's Dan, man. His might be like super. You gotta get Ben to translate for you.
Look, bro, I'm gonna have to hook him up to the speaker. That's how low Dan is, bro.
I hear you in there, Gina.
All right, let's have a look at the who's actually playing well for the Mavericks tonight. The Dallas Mavericks today. Let's have a look. So, right. So Max Christie's playing well. He's got 13 points, 50%. Not bad. Couple of steals. Yeah. That's about it, really. Clay, leading scorer, 15 points, 6 of 13. Um, yeah, about 50% from free. And everybody else is kind of meh. Nigel Marshall's apparently not playing very well at all. He's a minus 18. He has got 6 rebounds. He's got 4 points. He's only hit 2 out of 7 shots. And yeah, it's just pretty bleak. Yeah, so the people available today: Najee Marshall, Dwight Powell, Spencer, Clay, Max Christie, Omax, Kessler Edwards, and Brandon Williams. Those are the only players that are actually healthy for the game. So yeah, but they are getting blown the F out at the moment by the Milwaukee Bucks. And so the tank is truly in effect. It will be a 32-30 record right now for Dallas Mavericks, seem to be 32 for 31. So I need to get under 500 and start getting that high draft pick.
Yeah, at this point, it's looking like a blowout once again. Once again.
I mean, the thing is, even in these games when they go on a little bit of a run or something, like they just don't look like they're ever going to win. It's I understand, it's understandable why, but it's they just the other team always just looks in control of the game. They're not getting that lead. They might have like a 1 point lead in the first quarter for the first couple of minutes, but then it's his curtains after that.
It was nice though that Max Christie's dad was there to watch him play. That was really nice.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, Max Christie will be a good player. I mean, he already is a decent player, but I think he'll be pretty good. I don't think he's next Kobe. I think that's just some absolute coat. If I'm honest. Let's be real. But they traded away Ham Sandwich, man. Ham Sandwich was the truth. Ham Sandwich would probably have 30 points by now.
Latte asked, he said that y'all think Giannis going to ask out if they don't win this year. There's rumors he might do it. I don't know. I don't know if Giannis is going to stay in Milwaukee or not. That's just me.
There's rumors that he's not super happy with the franchise at the moment, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to Luca, but maybe Giannis. Maybe the Brooklyn Nets get involved. Maybe the Knicks get involved.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what this means? If Giannis leaves the Bucks, then Thanasis ain't got a job anymore.
Yeah, that's the truth. Man, I still can't believe that when Steph put up the 50-plus burger against the Magic the other night, man, that dude is one of the greatest shooters all time. But I don't know. Him and Kyrie are kind of up there.
Man,
They're
I heard some monumental cope earlier. So I was on I don't know if anybody's watched any of the can't remember the names of them, but there's these two Warriors streams that are always on, right? On Playback. And I was in one of them and they were talking about the Lakers and they were saying, man, they think they're so good and all this. Where it's like, and they're beating most teams because they're not doing anything that special. It's just pick and roll and blah 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 blah. But it's like they're gonna be doing that until they meet us. I'm like, bro, the Warriors have strung together a couple of wins for the first time where it seems all bloody season. And then they're acting like, oh man, yeah, we're gonna beat the Lakers. The Lakers they ain't got enough for us. So I'm like, get the hell out of here, man.
They have to play the Lakers again this year.
Bro,
If
I've
I'm not
never
mistaken.
ever in my life, listening to them, sort of listened to more delusional fans than Warrior fans. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something in the water down in the Bay or whatever it is. But man, those guys are super delusional, man. They think like Steph Curry on his own or whatever, even with Jimmy Butler, right? Is just gonna be more than a match for Luka, LeBron, and everything they've got. Like, come the F on, man. Like, it's just
Steph
stop it.
is
Just stop
Steph
it.
is going to retire as a Warrior, I believe.
Yeah, he
He's
will.
going to
He
retire.
will.
Does Slightly no longer do Maverick content?
I think he still does.
No, he does, but he's taking a break, I think, from doing
They have
something.
him on the main stage right now on Playback, and he's doing the Cavalier game.
Really?
That's what I see him.
Yeah,
Man.
no,
It's like
slightly also taking kind of a break. He said it in his last stream, like he's watching a little bit of Lakers games and everything. He's
okay,
still a
so it's just
Mavs
at the
fan, but
halftime. Okay, I'm like, damn, Slightly gone. All right, I'm the man. Say he just at halftime. That's why he switched it. Okay.
I know he said he's still a Mavs fan, but he finds it hard to watch.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Even if you stay a fan, it's pretty depressing watching this. I mean, it's not exactly enjoyable. I mean, it's not exactly like you can spend your free time watching this. I mean, I know we're all doing it, but
it definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't any judgment. I just was like, damn, Slightly left.
Well, I mean, I've always said this: when you're a player, there's two types of losing. One, you lose with grace and you play with heart, and then there's losing to not playing with heart and not playing with grace. So,
that's
and
true.
I think what the Mavericks are doing is that they're not playing hard enough. Like they're not playing hard enough to get this way.
I don't know if they can play any harder now. To be fair, they're pretty tapped out when it comes to players.
Next man up mentality is taken to the nth degree. Yeah.
Yeah, like
They've got no many men to come to be next up, man. Like what's going on?
when you guys start giving Ty Jones minutes, yeah, you might as well just start taking. Well, I said that 2 weeks ago. They should start taking. But yeah, you might as well just start taking.
Hey, Larry, when I saw that Kai Jones notification come up, I just chuckled, man. I was just like, wow. I was like, how's this even possible? Like what are they doing down in Dallas, man? Like I don't even know.
There's nothing else they can do. Oh, man. If they I've thought about it after the Kyrie injury. Like if they get one more major injury, like let's say Spencer go out, I don't know if you can really go find a point guard unless you go to the big three. You have to go sign somebody for the big three or overseas.
Do you fire Jason Kidd mid-season or close to this season?
You might as well.
You don't fire him for what? Can't blame none of the season on it.
No,
Now, one part of the
you bring
season is his
in
fault.
no, but Larry, you bring in a proper coach who can, like work with the young guys and stuff.
But
I
what
get.
coach would? But what coach would that be, Ben? What coach would that be?
I don't know, man. I just don't like Jason Kidd. I think he's a snake, and I think he's
Wait,
not
what's
exactly
he
a.
doing sneaking now?
Well, I think he signed off on the trade. I think he's shilling for the Mavericks now based on his recent comments, and yeah.
You mean him? You mean the trade where Nico said he had no decision in this? I am the GM.
I don't believe
The
it.
kid didn't
That
even know about it
that is
That's
100%. That is 100% true, Larry. But for some reason, Luka Doncic don't mess with Jason Kidd.
because
That's the only
basically,
part that's funny about it.
the only reason why I said that for kid is just what all the complaints the owner has that Nico has. It's technically kids complaint too. Like, hey, yo, B, lose weight.
Hey, all I'm going to say, Larry, is have you seen his most recent comment about Kyrie's injury?
No, I haven't seen his most recent one
Okay,
about
his most
Kyrie's
recent comment was basically saying that his injury had nothing to do with the amount of the 40 minutes most in the NBA he'd been playing recently. It'd been nothing to do with the offensive load and all the minutes he'd been playing. It was just a freak accident, and this is all conspiracy theories. Like we don't know logically that wear and tear has a massive play in intense sports games and the risk of injury. And then you look at comments he's made in the past, even when Luka was here, right? When Luka was having that season, what is it, like 34, pretty much 10 and 10, and he came out and said, like at the end of the season, I think Shea is the best player right now. This is the coach. Like even if he truly believed that, the thing is you don't say that, man. He also said about Clay. Do you remember what he said about Clay? He's like, oh no, I took Clay out because we need to get stops. It's like, bro, stop. He's always shitting on his own players, man. He's always shitting on people. And I just don't like him. And this is the same guy who was outspoken and got the Mavs a fine for tanking 2 games last year, right? This is the guy he was outspoken then, but now
We
he's
needed
all like,
that
oh, it's
tank.
a freak injury. No, we needed it. I agree, but what I'm saying is we're talking about a guy who. Why is it he's not consistent then? If he's going to speak out when he's got a problem with something, why isn't he doing it now? Why is he trying to lie about the idea that, oh, yeah, no, that was just a freak accident? Like, shut the hell up, come on. Get the heck
I
out.
feel like unless you're giving them credit for the injuries, then I mean you can't. There's nobody else that we're going to pick up that's going to be a better coach. I mean, I think Jason Kidd's done a good job in terms of the gameplay and strategizing to get us to the finals. And I mean, just our stretch without Luca, that could have been way worse. And so I get it. I don't think he should have played. Kyrie should have played as many minutes as he did. I was hoping that he didn't play last game. Um, and so it sucks to see that happen. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that the team is against Jason Kidd. So if you had a situation where it was more of that, I wouldn't mess around with it.
Hey, King, I want to stop you there. I have to disagree on one of the points you made.
That was a
Respectfully.
king.
Because no, he's also King. So I'm basically what I'm going to say about that is there were many games during that stretch when Luka was out, which were very, very winnable games, which we lost by like a couple of points or a point, right? Where he made decisions, right, which hurt the team. Like the reason why Mavs would have had a better record. And I'm telling you, a better coach or a different coach would have made the changes when they needed to be made. We're talking about a guy who kept Maxey in the game at the 5 because he's obsessed with this small ball stuff. He's obsessed with the veterans and all the rest of it. He did that, right? When you had like other lineups that were like basically the reason that were the plus and the plus minus column in games we lost. So like I don't believe that he managed it well. I think in fact there other coaches would have managed it far better. And he's also, as we know, not an X's and O's coach. He's not that kind of guy. He's a kind of players guy that the players like, and that's great. But at the end of the day, like the reason Kidd's been so successful, right, primarily because he seems to be quite lazy. He only started really trying to coach when Luka went out, right, and that's because he obviously felt there was pressure, right. But a lot of the times he was lazy. He'd just be like, oh yeah, just give Luka and Kyrie the ball, and we'll just whatever. And he'd stand there in his pockets in the sideline.
Man,
Never any
it's way
passion.
more than that. It's way more than that, man. It's
And you
lineups.
can make the
It's
argument.
all of that. I mean, he played a big role in us getting to the finals last year. and
can
just
make the
being able to
argument that
stay
the
afloat.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, you can make a very good argument that once AD got hurt, also, yeah, no, that was kid coaching that won y'all those games. Yes, Kyrie, because there was games where Kyrie didn't score 20 points. It was kid coaching that got you those games.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you kind of got to give it to him. Like, I get that you want to be mad at him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to say kid is a great coach, but this season, you can't blame on kid.
What I'm saying is, in the playoffs, right? He coaches, right? That's what I'm saying. But the difference is he's lazy. What I'm saying is he throws away like season games all the time, and he's done this every season since he's been here. He just throws these games away because he can't be bothered, right? Because he can't be bothered to make the changes that need to be made. He can't be bothered to write up a play that's going to work. This is the problem that I have with Jason Kidd, and because of that, that put more strain on the team. That led to Luka's injuries. That led to a lot of things, which probably less likely to happen if he would have just coached the game and if we would have just won that game earlier, stopped playing with our food, right? Some of those games we wouldn't have been having to fight for fifth seed with Luka going to the playoffs with all those injuries. Hey, you never know. We may have won the finals if Luka was fully healthy. If some of those other guys didn't have some of those all of that sort of miles on their body from that season, because they're having to fight fourth quarter at the end of the games, and try and win the game when we could have won this game. They were easy winnable games. That's my problem with him. Is game management in the regular season is atrocious.
But you're also what you would be
You're
doing is
doing the
losing.
business history very heavy.
You would also be losing someone that has showed you that he can bring chemistry very, very quickly to a team. He's also made a lot of good decisions. A lot of people weren't thinking that a Derek Lively and a Gafford would mix so well like that. That's not normal. Get two people that aren't very known in the NBA to just be able to play like one center position, and that take them to the finals last year and still be a big thing for them this year. I mean, you got to give them credit for a lot of the other stuff that
Hey,
put us in a position to
I'll
even
just
be
I'll just
contenders.
point out right very quickly, because I know Swanson is saying that I'm blaming him for everything. Listen, I'm blaming him for the things that I feel he's at fault for, or he's partly at fault for. I'm not saying it's 100% his fault. I'm not saying all of that. Obviously, there's many different mitigating factors. But I'll tell you what Kid's good at. I think Kid is good with developing players. I think Kid is good with in terms of the players like him. That's good. And I think that when he wants to coach, he can be a good coach, right? My issues with Kid, as I've mentioned, and also the fact that he gets obsessed with certain ways to play and certain kind of styles and all the rest of it, which don't work with the players he's got. And he gets obsessed with certain players like Tim Hardaway, like Maxey, like Dwight, right? This is my problem with it, and because of that, you don't know how. When we were screaming, I remember last year, just play Omax, play Omax. I know he's not polished, but he'll put in a bad performance, and Maxey just put him out there. Omax is looking pretty good recently. He's looking more like an NBA player. Can you imagine how quickly that would have come if he just played the damn guy, right? If he just put him out there. And these are in games that we lost because of guys like Maxey, because of these decisions, putting him in positions that just didn't make any sense. Even when we had Lively and Gafford, right? This excellent center rotation, he's still like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna play Maxey at the 5. Why? It's just stuff like that, man. I can't rely on him. We used to complain about this all the time. Are we just gonna forget? We're just gonna forget about all of those games that he gave away. I've lost count.
I'm just not gonna go with if he had played Omax more, we'd be looking at an all-star. I'm not gonna.
I'm not saying that. That's not my argument. I've never said that at all. I'm saying we would have a better team, a more rounded team, and we would have won more games. We'd have had less pressure on the main players, and we would have probably done better.
And at the end of the day, Kyrie could have been injured, Luka could have been injured, and we still don't go to the. You know what I mean? You still got to deal with those issues. I think unless we get Mark Jackson. I mean, that's the question. Who are we going to get to coach? Who's coming to Dallas to coach that we think is going to put us in a better situation where the things that we got with Jason Kidd, we don't have anymore. We might not have at that time. Because like we said, there are a lot of good qualities that Jason Kidd brings to the team. It's I don't think there is a coach right now where I would say, yeah, let's get rid of Jason Kidd.
Again, I'm saying because people are putting a lot of arguments on me that I didn't make. What I'm saying is I don't believe Jason Kidd is the best coach for the Dallas Mavericks. What I'm saying is I don't think Jason Kidd. All right, if we had another coach, I feel like depending on who it is, obviously, I felt we would have done better in a lot of scenarios. I don't understand why he gives away so many games in the regular season. I don't understand that. Where we're having to fight for a playoff spot, right? Even in those
Your
times
same
we've been in the
argument right
playoffs.
there is the reason. Your same argument right there is the reason why, like those games that you give away, some of those games is where he said, you know what, I'm gonna give Luke and Kyrie a break this game. I'm gonna let them rest, relax. Y'all chill. Y'all got a random injury. It's not real. You just couldn't do it this year. They're too injured this year. He
Okay,
doesn't have the opportunity.
but let's look at the way Coach Kidd uses his best players, like Kyrie, like Luka, right? So Kyrie just went down with an ACL, playing 40 minutes, and I understand what they're trying to do is, get into the playoffs or stay in the play and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, you have to have some balance there. You can't just be playing him 40 minutes, expecting him to do everything. Same with when he
Yeah,
had
but
Luka. Luka was out there
you
playing
can't
40
blame
minutes.
that
No, but
all on the
hold on. I'm not blaming it all on the coach, man. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying, "Oh, you're saying." This is the thing. People are putting stuff on me. I never said it's all his fault. I never said I'm blaming it all on him. There's a lot of mitigating factors. What I'm saying is I'm blaming the stuff on him that he had a part in. And I'm blaming the stuff on him that I feel that he could have done better. I'm saying these are his deficiencies, and this is what I don't like, and this is why I don't like him as a coach. And on top of all of that, like I mentioned, he says stuff and he puts his foot in his mouth, all the time, and puts either makes the Dallas Mavericks look stupid by the things he says, or even puts down his own players. I don't.
The reality is with that is, man, we're not in them locker rooms to see. Kyrie could be telling him, "Yo, I'm good." The medical staff could be like, "Yo, he's good," and that weighs in your decision. We're not having those conversations. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard to tell. Kyrie might have said, "No, I want to get this amount of minutes so I can get these stats and show everyone who I am as a player." He might, that could be the case, and we don't know. And so there could be a lot of pressure in on him on that. I get, so that's what I'm saying. It could not just. It could be the Nico telling him, "Yo, I need you to play him." We can't go off of that and just blame that all on Kid. That's all I'm saying. Just for that part.
I'm not blaming it all on Kid. The medical staff is trash, and obviously he's going to take their recommendations because obviously he doesn't know. He's not a medical guy. But I'll give you another reason why I think Kid isn't a good coach. All right. Let's look at. Just very quickly. Can I just say this? Then sorry. Then you can talk. So I know I talked a lot, but I just want to say another thing that I've noticed of why he's not a good coach. Right. So when JJ Redick and when Rick Carlisle had a problem with Luka, right? They would chew him out. All right? They would tell him, "Nah, Luka, that's not it. Nah." And Luka it might be in a strop or whatever, but he listens to them. Okay? At the end of the day, he at least respects that people have the ball and talk to him. What was the biggest problem? And all these things they were slagging him off about and saying, "Oh, we can't get in shape, we're smoking, oh, he doesn't play defense, blah, 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 blah." Well, I was like, well, listen, you guys are the leaders, right? You've got different personalities on a team. You're meant to be the leader of the team. You're meant to be the coach, right? So as a coach, you need to be respected. You need to have the balls to go and tell him that. If he's not going to listen to you, then you've got a bigger problem. Then you've lost him. So there you go. So and obviously that's not just his fault. Obviously that's on Luke.
That's not fair, Ben. That's not fair though on that part because the best Luka Doncic we've ever seen has been coached under Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I would say Luka's not playing better defense right now than what he's been playing.
Yeah,
people are just not acknowledging that he plays defense.
Yeah, all that was changed with Jason Kidd, and Jason Kidd was calling him out on the media and all that, and he was changing up stuff and all that. No, that's that one. Like I said, other stuff I agree. I just don't think he can get you. You can't fire Jason Kidd after the season either way. It don't matter how you feel about this season. There's no way. The Mavericks right now is still a game or whatever over 500 after everything that's gone on. Jason Kidd's job is secure.
Yeah, so even
real quick, hold up. I want to respond to Kyrie point you made.
Go. Yeah, go.
Okay, yes. Kyrie was playing 38 minutes. That's your one point guard. Who's your other point guard on the team? Spencer Dinwiddie. He was averaging about 30-some minutes also. He had no more point guard. Remember, Jaden Hardy's out. Exum just came back. I get that people are mad and trying to figure out how Kyrie got hurt. Some people are warning kids saying it's a freak accident. It seems like sports doctors on YouTube saying, no, this is one of those freak accidents. Kyrie got bumped in the lane and he tried to put his foot down to catch himself, and that's what happened. On the flip side, yes, you also argue that, hey, it's a lot of wear and tear on his body at 30-some years old. But then that's when you look at the general manager who went and got an injury-prone power forward. who was already hurt that you made rush back? Because remember, AD wasn't supposed to come back for 2 more weeks.
Yep.
AD came back in like 4 days.
Luka was supposed to come. Not only is it about Luka as far as coming back, he was going to relieve Kyrie. That's why I kept yelling, Kyrie gonna need a break eventually when Luka returns. Like, he can take some of the pressure off him, and Luka would have been fresh. When you traded Luka and didn't get nobody in return to do what Luka does or even play the position, you got Kyrie trying to be superhuman, especially with Anthony Davis being gone. It was just a bad situation that was set up by trading Luka Doncic.
Okay, so here's another thing I don't like about Kidd, right? So when in a lot of those games, right, where we're the other team goes on a run, okay, the other team goes on a run, and what does a logical coach do at that point? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have a timeout, okay? The second that run starts, the second you see them, screaming and hollering and they've got momentum, you call that timeout, you draw up a play, you get a bucket, and then you try and calm it down, right? That's just logical, right? That's what all good coaches do. What does Jason Kidd do? He stands there with his hands in his bucket. Oh, we're just going to let him play it through. We're just going to let him work it out. And then what happens? They go on a 15-point run. We lose the game. Bang. And then we're fighting back in the fourth quarter desperately, playing Luka and Kyrie 35, 40 minutes, right? This is the problem. And then all of those games where he would be going out there playing these players like for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, letting them take as many shots like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Maxi Kleber and all the rest of it. When he had other players who could do that better, right? When he had other players who had barely played, right? And he didn't. And we lost those games. And like we always used to win, man. We just need to get rid of that. He's like a toy. It needs to be taken away from him. Like he's a child or something. He was obsessed with these certain schemes and stupid things. And I can't rely on him. You cannot rely on him to do the right thing.
It's what you do not like, though. Just because you don't, like, I keep telling y'all, just because you don't like a style of a boxer, don't mean he's not a good boxer. Like, you don't like Jason Kidd, but he just got us to the finals last year. And y'all, everybody can say, well, some other coach would have got us there, but they didn't, though. So Jason Kidd got us there, 1. And 2, when he had a healthy team, he was in the same place the Lakers are right now. He hit the number 2 seed this year.
Ben
And
wanted
on top of
Jason
that,
Kidd to play.
and then on top of that, like, let's keep it above. Now that okay, I understand. We all hate him all the way through. Cool. Everybody got their own play that they beef with. Everybody knows mine's good. But everybody's arguing with, oh no, you should go give Jaden Hardy more minutes. We saw Jaden Hardy more minutes this year. I'm not saying Jaden Hardy is a bad player. He's just not the player that everybody keeps thinking he's going to be. And that's always been my thing when everybody shouts, give players more minutes. We don't see the practice. So stuff could be happening in practice where the coach is like, yeah, nah, this person's just not ready.
Jaden Hardy better than Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, I'm gonna go.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying
so
he's
my
not.
thing is, like this year when we need a point guard, it's a situation with Jaden Hardy. The part that's talking about Jaden Hardy is situational. This year we need a point guard. Jaden Hardy don't fit that bill. Last year we needed a 2 guard though, and we kept using Tim Hardaway Jr. And I'm like, that's when I wish we would use Jaden Hardy. So like I said, I understand why people hate like Jason Kidd. Like Jason Kidd does stuff everybody dislikes, but it's like we ignore all the winning he does. Like it's like, man, do it this way. I want him like a different coach. That's an all-time coach. Win all these regular season games and these playoff series and all that stuff. It's like, well, he doesn't, but he gets you to the finals. He gets you to the Western Conference Finals. He does what he does.
Has a couple of 50 plus wins.
Yeah, like you got to give him like credit. Like, yeah, he's not the prototypical coach, but he's a good coach. I'm sorry, he's a good coach.
You can
Bro, this year right here proves
he's
he's a good coach. We were in contention until everybody went down. Like when we had a bunch of guys being hurt and all that stuff, Jason Kidd, we were fine. When Luka was hurt and we had him out, and before we knew he was like completely done, we were like holding it down. We were okay. He was doing a good job.
All I'm saying is, watch the Lakers right now. Right, watch the plays they make. Right, watch the schemes they do. Right, and then tell me that Jason Kidd is a good coach.
But you saying that's different though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a different coach and different. You want JJ Redick, then you should be a Lakers fan because JJ Redick is over there. Not knocking you, Ben, but like that's not what Jason Kidd does. Like JJ Redick's way is not the only way to win. He has Luka Doncic and LeBron James right now. At one point, he had Anthony Davis too, and they were struggling. They were underachieving. They were a low seed at one point. People were saying he was just like Darvin Ham. I remember that too. Like stuff don't change. So it changed now and all that. It's okay. Like it's different coaches, but Jason Kidd gets you 50 wins, Western Conference Finals. He only been coaching here for 3.5 years. What
Yeah,
more? Like if he
yeah,
don't
but
deserve it, the notoriety, who does? Like what more do I have to do?
no, but what I'm saying is, you need to be a real. I think if we would have had like a proper X and O's coach, I'm not saying it had to be JJ Redick, could have been Jamal Mosley, it could have been lots of people. But what I'm saying, if we had an X and O's coach,
Jamal Mosley don't run the offense. The biggest knock on the Orlando
no, I'm not.
Magic is
I'm
that
not.
they don't run offense.
Listen,
They
listen.
run defensive plays, and that's it.
Bro,
No,
but we had Rick Carlisle, and we couldn't get out the first round.
yeah, but to be fair, in this, I'm going to use the same argument against you. It was a completely different team. You're arguing for a
Okay.
completely different
So
team.
Jason Kidd went to the conference finals without Kyrie.
Sure, but he still had a better team than Rick Carlisle ever had.
Did he?
Rick Carlisle,
Hold up.
no.
No, he did.
Yes.
Hold up.
What?
Yes,
Hold
he
up.
did.
Porzingis
Yes,
was
he
bubble.
did.
KP.
Kristaps in the bubble. Hold on. You forget Kristaps made all bubble team, averaging 30 and 10.
30-15? Okay,
Do you
30 and 10.
do
I
you
was gonna say
forget?
30-15.
Do you forget what was going on?
Listen,
So hold
Rick
up.
Carlisle
Hold
lost his
up.
job.
Bro, you're talking about players. You're talking about players that are out the league now, not Kristaps.
Kristaps not out the league no more.
I'm not talking about Kristaps.
He's the only one between. The
But
only difference was Kristaps. The only difference was KP and Spencer Dinwiddie. The
And one more
only
no, there
difference,
was one
Ben,
more.
was KP and Spencer Dinwiddie.
Who? No, the other foreign player that we traded for.
Bertans,
Oh boy, that
Bertans,
was the guy.
Davis Bertans, and Spencer Dinwiddie instead of KP, and that team was so much better.
And they said that Bertans was the GOAT when he was here. That's
No,
crazy.
And let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's if you want to talk about development, let's remember Jalen Brunson under Rick Carlisle, then let's remember Jalen Brunson under Jason Kidd. Jalen Brunson credit Kidd for his contract and his development.
Yeah, I said that Kidd was a good, and I said Kidd was a good developmental coach. Again, like just people putting stuff. I've given Kidd credit.
No, I'm not putting it in your mouth.
You did, Ben. But I'm saying if we had Rick Carlisle, a lot of them young guys that's like 25 and under, wouldn't be on the floor.
Rick Carlisle don't play young point guard.
He don't like playing young dudes really at all. He'd rather have a guy that's like got experience.
But when we
They
talk
had
about
to
the
force his hand
development,
to play Luka.
but I just want to point one thing out. When we talk about the development of Jalen Brunson, all right? I remember Jalen Brunson, when he had those minutes with Rick Carlisle, there was some games I was thinking, damn, is this guy better than Luka? Jeez. So like I don't think like he's done a hell of a lot like to sort of like make him the player he is. I think Jalen Brunson would become that player either way.
No. But Ben, so the same thing like the way we cried about Jaden Hardy, Rick Carlisle was doing that to Jalen Brunson.
Oh no, I
So
know.
that's why you would see the spurts and all that, and then in some games it didn't happen because he wasn't getting rhythm and all that, because he was getting treated like Jaden Hardy by Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, but Jason Kidd has done that to certain players on the Mavericks as well. Like he didn't do it as bad as Jason.
I feel
as
you,
Rick
but that's what I'm
Carlisle.
saying. So you can't use it as an issue against him if we say the same guy that's a great X and those guys do the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm not. He had deficiencies himself. You know what I mean? As a coach, like, but that still doesn't make Kidd a great coach. It doesn't necessarily make Carlisle a great coach either.
Yeah, but Carlisle's a better coach than JJ Redick right now. As far as the all around, Carlisle has a better resume than JJ Redick.
JJ Redick's
He's an X and O's guy.
JJ Redick's only just started, coaching.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm giving an example. We're going off of the example you're using. So we don't know what JJ Redick is. I'm giving you an X and O guy, Rick Carlisle. And you see, Rick Carlisle, we didn't go any further. So I'm saying it's you don't like the pudding. It don't mean it's not good pudding. You just don't like banana pudding.
In fainess to Rick Carlisle, man, he's the Pacers are a good side, man. They always beat the Mavericks, even when the Mavericks had a good team.
And Jason Kidd made the playoffs Jason Kidd made the playoffs in New Jersey and in Milwaukee. But they act like he didn't.
And they made the Eastern Conference Finals, from what I
But
remember.
they act like he didn't, though. He won a playoff series 2 with one of them, but they act like he didn't. I understand the way it
No.
left and all, but Jason Kidd career not like trash. Jason Kidd got a pretty decent already career now.
Kidd wasn't hired because of his antics of trying to take over teams, not because of the way he coached.
Like,
As a coach,
we
Kidd
don't
is
like
considered
Kidd,
one of the
stuff
best.
that Kidd does, but like, it's like I just don't understand why we don't give him the credit for the stuff.
I'm sorry, King and Larry, but I've just got to agree to disagree with you guys, because
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. We can disagree.
Even with all of his positives, and I've noted those positives, all right, the things he does do well, I can't overlook the glaring weaknesses that he has. And I understand every team complains about their coach. Every team, has problems with their coach to some extent, yada, yada, yada. I get that. But at the same time, with Jason Kidd, I've watched him for years now, coach, and I don't believe in him.
How many coaches in the league, and I'm with you, Ben, but how many coaches in the league been to the conference finals?
Not many, but then again, not many coaches in the league have Kyrie and Luka and all those guys.
Okay. But they supposedly have talents. They got Anthony Edwards and all of them guys that are great, the Shea Gilgeous-Alexanders and all those guys, and they still haven't been either. You feel me? And Ant just got there last year. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Ja Morant ain't get there yet. Zion ain't got there yet with his coaches and all that. We talking about the youth. Like, put Luka up against his peer group, not against the guys above him. That's what I'm saying. Luka was already in the finals once and in the conference finals twice. Only guy that had a better record than him, or better track record in his peer range, was Jason Tatum at this point, as far as getting there. And he's already got rid of a coach and went through coaches.
King, can you remind me something? Luka goodbye message. I know he didn't say. I think he said something to the coaching staff, but he didn't say nothing to the front office, right?
No, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing to Jason Kidd. That's why I told you with the whole Luka thing. Until they get themselves away from it, I blame everybody for Luka. Until they actually say they get away from it, or leave the Mavericks and say I didn't do it and all that stuff, and they actually say their piece for real, they're all involved. Because Luka didn't acknowledge Jason Kidd, and I would think he went up to him and said what's up to him and all. So he believes that Jason Kidd had something to do with it.
Only reason, like I said, the only reason is the press conference. I give Kidd a pass, but the only reason why I also blame him, because this is what I've been wanting to say by keeping this in the members only. Let's keep it a buck. Patrick Dumont do not go to these games.
No.
Patrick Dumont probably don't even come to
He don't know basketball. Patrick Dumont don't know basketball.
No.
If you remember his letter
so Larry, the whole thing is nobody knows if it's a conspiracy thing, because out of nowhere, this is about to be one of the highest rated playoffs as long as the Lakers. They're going to try to keep Lakers in there for a long time. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody said they don't got a chance. Yes, they do, because they're going to want the Lakers in there because the Lakers are going to bring ratings. So this is like this. The Lakers, the NBA took over the Super Bowl. The NBA took over the Super Bowl, guys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is a major thing. This is now like conspiracies. That's why I say watch out for the number one pick. We may get a number one pick in return. Any of this stuff can happen. It's just so weird. It doesn't seem right. Like Luka not hurt. Like, remember we worried, is Luka hurt? Is that maybe the reason why? And then I saw him come back or came back or whatever, and I was like, no, Luka's still moving and all. Like, he good. The shot gonna fall. That's not injury as far as the shot. That's getting your legs under your conditioning and all that stuff. Can he move and play defense and all that stuff? He was doing it. I don't understand why they traded Luka Doncic, and it does not make sense. It does not make sense. Somebody should have said no, even if Kidd wasn't involved. When Kidd heard that, if it was me and I was coaching, I would have said, hell no, what are you doing? Man, I'm sorry, boss. What the hell are you doing right now?
I just want to name
But my question is, if it's too late, if the trade has already happened, it's too late.
I still would have yelled, what the hell are you doing? And when I leave this team, I'm going to tell everybody that I yelled just to make face, because at this point, I don't want to be associated with the foolishness. I know this big trade going to be forever, that I told them I didn't want it to happen. I want to be able to come afterwards and say, I told them I did not want them to do that.
Because my question is, from all the stories, trust me, I've been reading all of them since this happened. I read every story. Nico is like one of the top saved Google searches for me. And reading like his friends from back in the day talking about the way Nico is, it's like, okay, Nico, maybe this kind of be your plan for a little bit.
Like I said, you are not saying anything that does not make sense. Based off the evidence, they took it away from Jason Kidd. He is not involved. I'm with you. This is not an evidence thing with me. This is where whose opinion do I care about the most? When I'm worried about situations like this, is why I tell you I listen to Jalen Brunson, what he said about Mark Cuban. Why do I have to listen about anybody else? Jalen Brunson told me what happened. I'll listen to Jalen Brunson. Like, why do I listen to anybody else? Luka is telling me what's going on. I'll listen to Luka. He's not talking to
True.
Jason Kidd. So right now, if he's not talking to Kidd, Kidd is involved until Kidd says, like Kidd saw that like Luka didn't talk to him. So why don't Kidd, being the outspoken guy that he is, like Ben said, come out and say, man, I ain't nothing to do with that. I don't know why Luka not talking to me. I'm trying to talk to him and all that.
I can see because Kid is known for throwing players on the bus. I just
Do
wonder
you
if
feel
he
me?
throw
Like
his
that's
homeboy.
all we saying, Larry. Like if you really was like, bro, like get away from it. Like I didn't do that. Hold up.
Would you throw your homeboy under the bus?
But he already threw himself under the bus. Nico's already under the bus. He's taking the blame and saying F you, Luka. So you take yourself and say, bro, I ain't about that life.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
what
Like
I'm
you
saying.
just
I'm
step
like,
out and say, I ain't about it. This beef between y'all.
the only reason why I think Kid plays some role in it is legitimately all of Nico's arguments, Patrick Dumont's dumb arguments with the whole, oh, Jordan didn't do this, Kobe didn't do this, Shaq didn't do this. Shaq came in one time over 300 pounds. Stop playing.
Yes.
Stop playing with me.
Even
Kobe,
Shaq made fun of that statement. He was
But
like,
you don't get rid of Shaq. Anthony Edwards says he comes into the season usually out of shape. Anthony
like
Edwards, the poster guy that they wanted to be, he said, I'm usually like 245. The heaviest I've been, I think, is
Jordan is
249. And I had to get myself back and say, if they'd have traded me if every time that happens, then I'd be like, what the hell?
Jordan is known for smoking cigars and drinking
Nico fell into that Mamba mentality nonsense. That's why King, I don't know if King's still on the stage, and I know he loves Kyrie and all that, but bro, that Mamba mentality thing, I love it, and it's a love-hate relationship, just like LeBron love. It's everybody not Kobe Bryant. Everybody don't win the way Kobe Bryant win, bro. LeBron smokes cigars and all that and drinks all the time, tequila, wine, and all that stuff. Michael Jordan did the same thing. You don't trade away a
bird.
25-year-old player because you say he like hookah and he like to drink beers? Bro, you stupid.
That is crazy.
That's
You
nasty
stupid.
word. The only thing I find fun now, and it might sound crazy, the only thing I find fun now is imagining how they go rebuild this. It's entertaining to me to imagine how you.
Bro.
Because honestly, originally I said tank just get a high pick this year. Now I'm on you tank for the next 2 years. You go do what OKC used to do and go get all the bad contracts and get first round picks for them.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do something. Now you got to get rid of all them 30-year-old players and all that. But
yeah, to rebuild this.
The Mavericks don't know what they do know what they did. They I swear I believe this. They have now unlocked the final version of Luka Doncic. I think the Dallas Mavericks have done that. And the way they did it is by telling this man they don't believe in him. And they traded him away. He didn't leave on his own. This is the prodigy that was traded away. Every game I see Luka with the resistance bands now before the game. Every game. Every single game. When I see him, as far as they talk about the game of cake for his birthday, he turned it down. Luka is serious over there because he wants to win now because of the Mavericks. Bro, Luka go put 100 on us. I swear to God, he gonna try to put 100. It ain't no Kyrie and all them guys. He gonna try to put 100 on us when that game in Dallas, just for the Dallas fans, because they gonna cheer him and they gonna cheer every bucket he score, as they should.
I agree.
Should.
This is I'm still mad about it, but I'm tired of being mad about it now.
You're never, Larry. That's my thing. Y'all never gonna get tired. I know y'all saying, man, let's get over this, bro. We gonna be talked about forever. This is now. You know how goofy teams do goofy stuff, and you be like, we laugh at them for doing goofy things. Like that's forever attached to you. Sam Bowie attached to Portland forever, right? We still to this day, it's been over 40 years. Talk about Sam Bowie. They traded Luka Doncic. They gonna talk about this forever. Forever, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I say like, you ever had a beef with screw it. That's how I can describe it. You and your wife get into an argument and you try to stand your ground and you realize I'm tired of being mad, baby.
Yep, you just step away.
That's how I feel right now. Like I'm mad. I'm still mad about the situation, But I'm just tired of being mad about it.
Yeah, you
Can I
got
just
allowed
talk
to
this
be
through?
now. You feel me? Like Luka Laker now. He a Laker, probably about to be a legend, a Laker legend. Luckily, you had Luka Doncic here for 6.5 years. You feel me? Like that's what it's going to be now. Well, at least we had him here. We can retire his jersey and all that now.
Because
But we're gonna be talking about
no one else
forever.
is ever
Get
gonna wear
ready. That's
77.
that's a conversation piece forever, bro. Like that's why I'm telling folks to say get over it and all. No, this is gonna be talked about forever.
Yeah, you can't get over that.
This is
It's
forever. The
like a,
Lakers have the number one defense, and they said they weren't going to be able to play defense because the same reporters fell for that same BS forever and ever, saying that Luka just don't give no effort on defense. That's bull. So now that you can switch bro, they're 77 and 23. Y'all know how Luka love these numbers. Y'all know how he's superstitious with numbers and all. And it's just so weird how that shit just works with Luka. Excuse my language. But Luka just loves, it's just weird. That 77-23 is 100. That's the best player ever by far if you combine their skills. That's by
yeah.
far. That is beyond Jordan. This is some Shaq and Kobe type stuff, but they're like closer to their primes at that point. It's about Braun. It's really about Braun now, and Luka gives because of the gravity. The way the way Kyrie was playing with Luka, like the way Kyrie looked like, oh, he efficient, he dunked with Luka because of the gravity that he takes. LeBron being an old man now, Luka's gravity, LeBron be cooking in the fourth quarter because he just got energy. He just got energy now and says, bro, what do you want me to do? Just cut? What? This going on? You back in the game? Oh, just throw me the basketball. Here it is.
That's all I'm saying. I would say LeBron now can cut and know, like, oh, I have a point guard that can actually throw me a
Bro, he
perfect
just
pass.
moves. Now it's not about him having to have the ball because now if he's moving as the receiver, he can trust now that a quarterback can watch him now and see the stuff he would have saw already. He can believe now. Joe, this is dumb. Larry, you never, bro. Whenever you got two top 10 players, usually top 10, I'm going that far. I think these dudes on the cusp of top 5 players. Like I told y'all, Braun, really his top 5 not being in top 5 for me was because I didn't believe he could do it like consistently in the game by himself being that guy. Playing beside Luka Doncic, LeBron will be a top 5 player again because he's beside Luka Doncic. Just like Kyrie was a top 15, top 10 player last year playing beside Luka Doncic. If LeBron is a top 5 player, when you put two top 10, top 5 players together, that's a dynasty. Braun just got to stay healthy and stay in that mode. It's about Braun staying young. As long as he stay young, they're a favorite to win the championship every year. You only play 5 guys. You only play 5 guys at a time in basketball. 2 out of 5 of them are 2 of the best fucking engines ever.
I agree. You ain't going to
We gave that
argument.
to the Lakers for a first-round pick.
And Max Christie.
Max Christie and Anthony Davis. That's crazy. The last thing we about to say is Anthony Davis. That's wild. Yeah. That's what we gave him up for.
I'm not going to say Anthony Davis because you got it. I told you when we had talked on Discord about this. Even if you want to be fair and say Anthony Davis is worth 2 first rounders, even if you want to say he's worth 3, and I don't believe he's worth 3 right now, you still go get that other first round pick.
Gina Kemp, Braun don't got to be a sharpshooter. You don't want to leave. You're not going to leave. You don't want to leave Braun wide open. He's still one of the best shooters in the NBA. We talking about just pure talent of guys of what you don't want to shoot. You saw that when they went back and forth with the. Like, oh my God, I yelled at Jason Kidd. This shout out to Ben right now because Ben just talked about Jason Kidd X and O's. When I saw Braun and Luka doing the 2-man game back and forth, the post up with Luka, they just passed it back and forth. And I said, man, I yelled that for years. Jason Kidd, just get them to do that. Kyrie and Luka, that's unstoppable. You can just Kyrie wide open on the 3-point line. He can get that 3-point shot. And LeBron got that 3-point shot wide open. He was just wide open and just knocked it down because Luka was the man's a double team, triple team most of the time. That's crazy. That's stupid. They have that. Jackson Hayes is going to be the best version of Jackson Hayes he's ever been. Dodo was already cooking and having the best season of his career. Dodo going to be the best version of Dodo he could be. Rui Hachimura looks like Olympic Rui Hachimura right now with the Lakers. Austin Reeves looks like one of the best white dudes of all time right now with these dudes.
Hello?
What up, TGK?
What's up, brother? I figured I'd stop by.
TGK.
Vibes are like,
God
oh my
loves
God.
TGK.
Look at the score.
I know.
I'm not watching the game. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm sitting in my truck waiting to get loaded. I'm
Tank,
depressed.
man. We just want to tank TGK.
I'm
That's
busy.
all we want.
I'm on tank 100. you don't even, people like, oh, the next, what you do, you give Kyrie a 3-year deal with a player option, dang near max out to like show respect for Kyrie.
Yep.
I don't care if he comes back good or not, because it also builds your credibility back up as a GM.
Yep. Because you
Then people are
rebuilding.
gonna look at you kind of crazy.
Larry, you rebuilding. So if you rebuilding, you
Yeah,
got money to spend. So just give it to Kyrie.
you give Kyrie a 3-year deal, 4-year deal. You show
Give him
like,
3
no,
years.
see,
Three
it was
years, same
just
thing. I say 3 years. Give him 3 years. You give him 3 years, 150.
you show the other players in the league like, no, my beef was just with Luka because he wasn't working out. You could say behind the scenes it was a dumb move to players. Just say, hey, don't tell nobody. Because you got to think about it. Nico screwed up what's his name? Steph Curry for Nike. Because,
Yep,
Curry going to keep it. Like, I'm
bro.
pretty sure behind the scenes, because he got new players after Steph Curry. So I'm pretty sure behind the scenes he ate a little crow like, yeah, I should have gone ahead and worked that Steph Curry thing out.
He like, but I had Kyrie though, so I'm good.
Yeah. Like,
That's why I didn't have
you work
Kyrie.
it out. You just
But
work it out and just rebuild the team. You just tank
you can't do
for the next couple
if they
years.
do Kyrie dirty. If they do Kyrie dirty, I'm telling all y'all, every MFFL and everybody sitting here saying I'm gonna stay through thick and thin and all that. Get away. If they do Kyrie dirty, nobody's going to come here. I already think nobody
Hey,
coming here, but
King.
nobody's going to play for the Mavericks.
King. So I just did like 4 videos, but then I just saw this other video get uploaded by Speak. Keyshawn Johnson says Nico Harrison needs to leave Luca alone.
Wow.
Because every time Nico talks,
Bro,
it's
No,
disrespectful.
Larry. It's funny that it's Keyshawn Johnson.
it's Keyshawn Johnson, bro. I'm definitely reacting to that. I definitely
Luca,
gotta
one of
react to that.
Luca's biggest haters ever. Keyshawn Johnson now.
Telling Nico to leave Luca alone.
Bro, TGK, Gilbert Arenas' show is now on Luka Doncic. They hated Luka Doncic. Hold up. I say it again. What's his name? First things first, whatever it is. With Nick Wright in them, they had stopped doing basketball content, bro. They stopped doing basketball. Go look at their show. Go look on YouTube and look at First Things First, like highlights about basketball. Only thing you're gonna see now is the new stuff about the Lakers. They stopped talking about basketball. They talking about football exclusively. Now Nick Wright talking about the Lakers and all again. Luke is on. Bro. They unlocked the final version. It just hurting now for the Mavericks, bro. Like everything is happening now. It is crazy. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. It's like, bro, what? We yelled all this. What's going on? What? No. What's going? How?
Now Gilbert Arenas rocking with Luca now. It's crazy, bro.
This is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. He's everything. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. And that's what I try to tell you. The Luka difference is Luka has more of the Mamba mentality. The Lakers are going to love Luka. They're going to embrace him because he's like Kobe and he's not LeBron. You feel me? It's like it's the perfect mixture for them. Like this is like the prince that they've been waiting for. Kobe already gave him the seal of approval. He was at the game and all that with Gigi. Bro, they gave him to the Lakers, TGK. I want to cry, yo. So bad it is, yo. They gave him to the Lakers, man. What the hell, man?
King, if I had a tissue right now, I'd give you one.
Damn, they gave him to the Lakers, man. Like, this is stuff I make fun of other teams about. That's what hurts. This is stuff you make fun of other teams, but like that's dumb. Y'all do dumb stuff. Man, Atlanta, why you gonna pick a role player with the first pick? That's dumb. Okay. Man, I can never say that again being a fan of the Mavericks.
Man, all that fighting we did for the Mavericks and trying to put them on this pedestal that we felt they deserved to be. We did all that, bro, and just for them to be like, no, we got it. Yeah, y'all gonna regret doing that.
Bro,
watch
all
this.
of this stuff, bro. Like it's like, and I shout out to the Lakers content creators and all they get the boost and all that. But it sucks, bro, because we was here with Lucas saying all that. We was crazy.
Man, I tell you, when
now I got to sit through this. I got to sit and cover this as a Maverick creator, y'all. Sorry, Dan. I got to sit through this as a Maverick creator. This is trash. I'm not even caring about this. I don't care about this. If this is my job, I get fired. I don't care about the Mavs. I keep telling you, I don't watch this game. I'm talking. I'm not even looking at the screen. I don't care. This is horrible. It has nothing to do with fandom. Kyrie, in a way, it's like, damn, Kyrie fans, I hope y'all see now. This ain't nothing to do with fandom. It's nasty.
Yep.
All the idiots that said the dumb stuff about Luka while he was on his team. The way LA embraced him like I'm the man saying down there. Like, that's crazy the way they treating Luka now. The way Tim McMahon used to dog Luka, now Dave McMillan and all that stuff. Just every story is positive. They talk about I can't bet against the Lakers, man. That's ridiculous. The talent they got and all. This is stupid. Like, the way the media is glazing Luka now with LeBron. LeBron is now back in the MVP conversation because Luka can't be there because of the Luka gravity.
Luka making LeBron's life so much more easier.
They told me LeBron wouldn't like Luka of TGK when I kept telling all this stuff hurts my head, man. Y'all don't understand. Y'all told me that. No way. All that fandom and all that stuff. That just no way. Because he did that to Kyrie and all that stuff, which he didn't do. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not facts. You here talking about nonsense.
Hey King, I've seen soccer teams in the English league basically go down leagues and then go bankrupt. But I still think this is probably the worst. Even compared to that, the Dallas Mavericks fall from grace is probably the worst fall from grace I've ever seen of any sports team. Like,
especially one of the most popular players.
Especially given how quickly they managed to do it. Like, it was a speed run. It was like literally in 2 months they speed run destroying a franchise.
If this was if they had Vegas odds on this, nobody would have bet and won this prize because nobody would have bet that Luka would have been traded. Like, this is so crazy. It still does not make. Luka's one of the most popular players in the NBA. He just took the team to the finals less than a year ago. This guy, even if he hurt, took you to the finals. You, bro. The Nets bent to Kevin Durant's will on a torn Achilles. Nico traded Luka Doncic after going to the finals. He was already high in jersey sales and all-star votes. He almost was an all-star starter, and he wasn't there. He wasn't playing. You gave up. You already like a market that's like what, fifth or something, fourth. We got sixth, something around there. That was the guy that was going to take you to the high, like the twos, the threes, the Golden States, and all of them. You had your guy.
Yep, he was going to take
Dirk, and Dirk gave him the thumbs up, the seal of approval.
Yeah, he was about to make that.
Dirk said he better than me. Dirk said that.
Yep, he was about to make the Mavericks brand so big, bro.
Yes, TGK. That's what I kept trying to tell everybody. His global appeal, but everybody, bro. It makes me sick in a way. I know it's like, bro, it's okay. Like, don't worry if you the the martyr or whatever. Like you said, the thing, as long as it's out there now and it's done, it is what it is. Don't matter if you make the message or not. But it still sucks, though, man. It still sucks when you sat there and gave your all. And like I said, we did content over this over and over and over again to fight against like ESPN and them say you're lying. You're lying. To now just people being able to benefit and say we got Luka Doncic here now. We do content about Luka Doncic just because he's popular because ESPN say they like him now.
Yep.
I hate that, bro. And I'm sitting here with this Maverick team that nobody want to watch. But certain people that keep saying, oh, we're going to stand by this team because you got to stand by this team. You can't be mad. Shut up and get over it. Okay, but when we going to get over it?
Never.
When we going to get over it?
Even though I'm following Luka, I'm not over it. But I gotta keep pushing, It's just a bunch of BS, bro.
I just told people this was the number one story during the Super Bowl. During the Super Bowl, this was the number one story. When we going to get over it?
And I can remember those years, King, when we had Dirk, when he was on the later stages of his career. I mean, we had some good teams, but then all of a sudden it was like, nah, we're not that good. But
the later stage of his career was fine because you understood that, though, Dan. Like, you understood this is Dirk's the end of his career. We just riding it out. Like, something got to happen. You understand you don't have it forever, but to then get Luka right behind him to be like, bro, we just set ourselves for another 15 years. Oh, my goodness. And then he's even, like I say, probably better than Dirk. We got the guy that may be the guy of the league to then get rid of him after 6.5 years. You got rid of him. Like, I I keep saying to y'all, think of any guy that's ever been at a point in the league and you thought he was the number one guy in the NBA. Any guy that you ever thought watching the league, Tim Duncan, Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jordan, you can give anybody you want to. Whoever you thought was the number one player, Steph Curry, whatever. Imagine any of them getting traded. A team trading them.
Yeah,
And
you
didn't
would
get
never
much
see it.
back. And you didn't get much back for him either.
Nope. Imagine a team trading him without wanting to leave. Imagine a team trading him at 25 when you got him, you drafted him.
Yeah.
That's stupid. It hasn't happened because no other team would have done it. It's stupid. It does not make sense. Again, this is a moment where I cannot make the trade make sense. It's stupid. So I'm going to stop making it make sense. This is a bad organization. That I don't have to go any further. It's a bad organization. No other organization would have done that. Other organizations were literally saying they would have gave you everything for this.
And I hate saying this too. They're going to probably put Jason Kidd as the scapegoat now.
Everybody is the scapegoat. Everybody, you're stupid if you're attached to this. This is why I say you got to get yourself away. Because if you don't, this could be the end of your career. This is career enders. Nico Harrison's career is over.
Oh, I agree.
His career, once the Mavericks are done with him, Nico Harrison's career is over. Just to let y'all know, if y'all don't know, it's over. Hope we go back to Nike or something like that, or he better have a conspiracy job with the Lakers. If that ain't the case, it is over. He's not going to work as a GM again. He's done. I don't think Jason Kidd can get a job again. That's what I'm saying. Jason Kidd got to get away from it. If he doesn't, I don't think he's going to get a job again. Like if he's attached to the Luka thing and Luka's like, man, he's attached to it, and it's going to be teams that were already hesitant to get Jason Kidd at first. They're going to be like, oh, man, more Jason Kidd nonsense. He was involved with that. He wanted to be on the team. He did some knucklehead stuff a bit like Milwaukee and all that. Man, what was he thinking and all that? This is career killers.
I didn't even want Jason Kidd as our coach.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is career killers. This is dumb. This is dumb. I was telling y'all, Mark Cuban, if he loses Luka, it's gonna be the biggest mistake of his life and all that stuff. And people gonna be like, bro, I can't trust you in deals and all. You lost Luka. Like that's big. Like you have Luka. You got that guy. You cannot lose him.
Remember, King, when our biggest fear was like Luka leaving and all this, and how we were so scared of it, and we're just like, man, we just got to find a way to keep him and this and that. And it wasn't, that never happened. Like I'd much rather him left and make me hate him, so I could still root for my team, right?
Yep.
But I didn't even get that. Like my team is the one that betrayed us.
He's done, bro. And then they got the stories coming out now where the same loyalty, Luka's about loyalty, just like Dirk. And the same loyalty he was about to show to Dallas, he's going to show to LA now because nobody leaves the Lakers. I done been saying, bro, I don't watch this game so long, yo. I didn't just start watching it yesterday, like 2 days ago, even 2 years ago. I've been watching this for a while. Everything is usually a full circle. It's patterns. People do the same thing. I've seen it multiple times, y'all. I've seen it. People don't leave the Lakers. They don't leave the Lakers. The Lakers are the Lakers. The Lakers will, if you mad at the Lakers as a player, they'll somehow, some way have another Luka Doncic situation happen. Because they're the Lakers. So, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, bro. Lakers about to, man, they wanted that LA Boston making the finals now, yeah. I'm gonna let y'all know that. It's about to be LA and Boston one more time. That's ratings galore. Just do it.
Bro, I was just reacting to a Gilbert Arenas video, and he literally said that he's like, dude, now LA and Boston have their new Magic and Bird.
Yes,
again.
and I already told you that like Luka's already a part of the rivalry already because he lost to him last year with his old team. So it's like kind of like the LA Lakers are here saving him in a way. You feel me? Like it's
now imagine Luka on the big stage dogging out
the MVP next year as long as they healthy because all his games gonna be on TV.
But imagine him on the big stage dogging out Jason Tatum in front of the whole world. You know, like that's gonna make him. That would make him like a folklore legend, bro. Like,
yes. I think this is a year. This is a year finally because I don't know something in me telling me, and I tell everybody want to not think it. I think the Lakers gonna win it all, but that's just me saying. Like they got Braun and Luka. That's stupid, bro. Like we watched Braun almost beat the Warriors. He went 6 games, bro. Like come on, y'all don't do y'all forget who these dudes are? He did that against the Warriors then. He almost beat that
Yep.
super team Warriors in game 1 if it wasn't for your boy J.R. Smith and all them. In that 2018 team when he beat the Celtics and all that going into that team. That was one of Braun's best years ever. We done seen what
Yep.
Luka do with these teams, taking the Clippers to 6 to 7, going to the Western Conference Finals, been to the finals last year in a mid-season trade. They got both of them together
Yep.
at 2 of their 5 at one time, and in the playoffs they're gonna play mostly together. They're not gonna be off the court, but playing together.
Yeah, they ain't staggering that big of a gap of minutes between the two.
Yes, bro. Everybody else just move. You gonna get buckets. This is the easiest you ever gonna play basketball.
Like imagine a 50,000 point scorer just a spot up shooter now. Like that's just ridiculous.
TGK, I think you can average 10 on this team, bro.
Yeah, I think I could.
Real talk, bro. I'm being dead serious, yo.
Yeah.
I think on this team you could damn near average 10, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's how many open
give me
shots
2
you gonna
months.
get, bro. You got knockdown shots.
Give me 2 months. Give me NBA trainers and give me a LeBron chef. I'll be I'll cook.
That's what I'm saying. Like the level, the floor they just raised for the Lakers. The Lakers went from they don't got no team, they not that good. They get Luke on there. You like, hold up. You see everybody's like the greatness, the skills everybody got. Oh, he do a little bit of okay. Oh, they actually all right. I see how they playing. It's the Luka effect, and we've been yelling that, bro. That's the part. We've been yelling it forever.
Yep.
TGK, you called him the greatest equalizer.
The greatest equalizer, man.
The greatest offensive player of all time. I've been yelling it for years.
His offense so good, it don't matter what he do on defense, basically. Like that's how great of a
And then
player
they
he is.
downplayed his defense. The thing is, his defense is actually better than they be trying to say. Now Luke out this, like he was doing earlier, stealing the ball everywhere, playing quarterback because he's smart, because he's one of the smartest NBA players of all time. Even if he's not athletic, he knows the scouting plays. It's not always about what you're gonna do on the floor. I can know the play already, what you're gonna do. Luke is that kind of player. You got him with LeBron James, who to me is the smartest basketball player I've ever seen.
And that's if
Crazy,
LeBron stays healthy.
That dude blocked.
As long as Bron stays healthy, they are a finals contender. As long as Bron stays, that's what I'm saying. This is all up to Bron right now. They got to find Bron's replacement and all that, which the Lakers should be on already, and I understand that. But as long as Bron, I don't know what juice he on, whatever the hell it is. If Bron can stay a top 10 player, they are favorites for me out of the Western Conference every year they play, and they're healthy.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no duo I'm taking in the league over them. There's no duo you can make with any players remaining I would take over them. Listen to what I just said to you, Dan. There's no duo with players remaining I would take over Luka and LeBron. You can put any two players together, I wouldn't take them over Luka and LeBron. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You can't bet against them, man. Like in a playoff series, I just can't bet against them. I mean, like I just think they can beat everybody. I genuinely do.
In a 7-game, you have to beat them 4 out of 7
that's
times.
what I'm saying. 7 times you're gonna beat.
You gotta beat them 4 out of 7 times, bro.
That's crazy. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And you're talking about the same Luka as well. Like, I mean, how many people talk about Jokic and how great he is, man? Even when he won his ring, man, did he beat any sort of 60+ win teams?
Nah, Luka will though. And Luka, I'm telling y'all, I done said it already. They done lost. I think the Lakers done lost. What was it? They said 21 games. Y'all lost. TGK, is it 21?
No,
I think it's 21. I think it's 21.
There's 17 games.
Y'all gonna just miss 60 wins. Listen to what I just said to you. Yeah. So you had to lose 22 to get to 60, right? Y'all gonna just miss 60 wins.
That's crazy.
It ain't crazy though. Think about every other year we've seen with Luka Doncic. What did he do in the second half of the season?
Who can match up with the Lakers in a 7-game series? Like, who can give them the most trouble?
Nobody. I'm not, bro. Nobody. There's nobody I'm worried about. Like they have Luka and LeBron. Luka and LeBron got to be off for you to have a chance.
That's why I tell people like when people talk about you need a big to win. I'm like bro, Michael Jordan never had like this bona fide big y'all talk about. He and
Jackson Hayes the number 1 defending big since the trade.
Right. Like,
Because of the
but
Luka Doncic and LeBron James effect. Because
right.
because he got the skill and the raw ability and all. He a lanky, tall dude, pause and all that can run. So now he's just doing the stuff that the guys tell him to do because they tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
that's what
but but
happens
they're
when you play with guys like that.
but they're saying, oh, they're gonna get exposed by another big. Like, that's fine. Like, it don't matter.
No, they're
Like
not. No,
you
they're not.
like you know what other teams are gonna struggle? They're gonna struggle stopping LeBron and Luca. Like, there's no
They're
other
not
teams that
because
have that.
they're not because JJ Redick is an incredible coach, and I'm gonna tell you
Yep.
why he's an incredible coach because
He's a
he's a
9-day
3-point
difference from Kid,
because
bro.
he does. It ain't just about kid. It's about what he does. JJ Redick was incredible at shooting threes, so JJ Redick is playing the 3-point game right now. JJ Redick is saying, you guys, the league shoots threes. We're gonna give threes up, but to your worst shooters, shoot the hell out of threes. Whatever you're gonna do, just their worst shooters, just let them keep shooting threes because we expect our offense to continue running. So you're not gonna stop our offense. So you have to stay amazingly hot. Like you have to make damn near everything and all your bad players be shooting the ball ridiculous to beat us. And I trust that damn near 10 out of 10 times our offense with Luka and LeBron is not going to be stopped. That's the level they're on right now. The game is just easy. JJ Redick is just making the game easy. Which we say to Jason Kidd all the time. Jason Kidd, just make the game easy, bro. Just do what they do. He's doing what they do now.
But King, you know what's also crazy? They're alternating Luca and LeBron's minutes.
Bro, and the thing is, it's crazy. People not giving Luka the credit yet. It's gonna come with time. They trash when Luka off the floor.
Yeah.
When it's just Braun by himself, that's usually when teams come back.
Yeah.
When that third quarter run when Luka gets his break, that's when teams come back. Luka was like a plus 37 or something the last game or whatever.
Yep.
Because whenever he's in the game, they run the gravity that he has, making shots, missing shots. It's just stupid. Bro, I told you, LeBron is out. LeBron missed the fourth quarter now. They said LeBron wasn't clutch. He missed the fourth quarter now because he's so fresh in the fourth quarter. He's just running. He just running, bro. He ain't doing nothing special. He just running.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, now the Lakers.
All right, Melissa, are you saying LA not beating the East in the finals? I'm gonna tell you a couple other stats. They ain't lost to a team sub 500 since middle of January. Listen to that again. They haven't lost to a team above 500. I'm sorry if I said the opposite. They haven't lost to a winning team since the middle of January. So it can't be. You know what? They got an easy schedule and all that nonsense. No. They beat the hell out of the Nuggets, the Clippers back to back. Okay, another thing for you. The teams that the Lakers used to struggle against all the time. It was like, damn, it's a knockdown, drag out. Are we going to win? We're going to damn near always lose. I.e. the Nuggets and the Clippers, which they just played back to back. They handled them now because Luka can handle them.
And you know what's crazy about this, King? Is that the Mavericks were playing the Celtics this year in Boston, and they won. Without AD, without their bigs, and they still won.
Yep, because the Celtics not even that great this year. Like I keep telling everybody, they don't got that hunger no more, too. This team right here, bro, no disrespect to Kyrie Irving. Again, praise to Kyrie. I want him to get better. This is the closest you will ever get to Batman, Superman on the floor, for real. This is the closest. There's that, bro. This is some Shaq and Kobe stuff. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. What's going on? This some Shaq and Kobe. This some Kareem and Magic.
Yep.
This is y'all don't know what's going on right now.
And the NBA wants them to succeed. Trust me.
That's
the NBA needs them to succeed.
I'll tell you this though, real talk, TGK. If the Lakers somehow beat the Celtics in Boston this year, they may actually go for it all the way. They might.
I think they're gonna beat the Celtics. That game coming up.
Oh, Saturday?
Again, I'm going to keep telling y'all. The Lakers are going to. They have lost 21 games. The most you can lose to get to 60 is 22. They're gonna win like 57 plus. They're gonna win 57 plus, y'all. Listen to me. Unless somebody get hurt. Hold them. Stop it. Stop the press. Stop the press because your breath ain't fresh. Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves ain't playing and they still beating people by 20. Hold up. That's 2 starters, y'all. Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
That's 2
They're,
starters.
Guess who they have?
they're 2
Guess who they have on
starters.
the bench? Guess who they have on the bench? King Connect 4.
Y'all are crazy. DV, I'm charged up because they let Luka go, DV. I've been trying to tell folks. I've been telling you how I felt about Luka Pause for years.
So think of the Celtics, right? Now, let me put this in context for y'all. Luka voids out Jaylen Brown and Tatum's production. Am I wrong or am I correct? Or am I wrong?
If he healthy, he will, and he fresh right now.
Right,
So
right.
yes.
So let's say theoretically. If healthy, everyone's healthy, Luka cancels out Tatum and Brown by himself. Who's the Celtics next guy after that?
TGK. I only got to go down the line doing that BS. I'm
just going down to one more person.
Next player, what is it? KP, whoever, Drew Holiday, don't matter who it is. Let me tell you this: Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves can do as much as Drew Holiday and Derek White do on a game-to-game basis. As far as their role, what you got to give me, how many points I expect from you, and all that stuff. They can do that.
Yeah.
LeBron, Luka, a guy that can get you 30-40. Like LeBron and Luka just had their first 30-30 game. They're going to get a 40-40 game. Hell, they might get a 40-40 triple-double. Like, they're going to do some stupid stuff. It's about to happen. We saw Luka and Kyrie. I told you that was the most skilled combo ever. This is the greatest combo ever. Luka went from the most skilled to just the damn greatest combo ever, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's what I feel now. This level of what they are together is like it doesn't matter. Like, the duos can't compete. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on a level is nowhere near LeBron and Luka.
I was about to say, let's say even if Luka doesn't cancel both of them out, Luka versus Tatum, Luka. Jaylen Brown versus LeBron.
And it's by far. These are canceling them out by far, TJ. It ain't even like, he just canceling them out. Like, these dudes canceled them out by far. Right. LeBron's better than everybody on the Celtics.
Yep.
Somebody disagree with me. Please. Somebody disagree with me and say LeBron not better than everybody on the Celtics.
And the man is 40. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah, this is crazy. The man is 40 years old in his 22nd season, and he's out here doing this stuff. How is that
If Braun
possible?
better than everybody on the Celtics, then we already know that Luka is, and I think Luka's better than Braun. What that mean?
Bro.
Y'all crazy. No, that's what I'm telling y'all.
King, let me tell you this. LeBron can play as a small ball 5. He's the ultimate small ball 5 in the league.
He's the most versatile player of all time, playing with the ultimate quarterback. Like he said. That's why 77 and 23 make 100, bro. Their minds are going to be like, this is that turnover stuff. No, that's because they're playing right now. Like, these dudes are like high-level machines that are just trying to figure each other out on the fly mid-season. They ain't really practicing yet. This is Luka and Kyrie that first year when we tanked. This is based off of IQ and just knowing to run this dude. I trust this dude and all this stuff. Bro, these dudes are nice. They ain't even practice yet together to learn what they're going to do.
We're not even talking about like the big moment, right? Like, yeah, Boston beat us because maybe, the majority of the Mavericks weren't ready for that moment. But who's ready for that? And all the extra media that's going to come with the LA being in the finals? Like, the Celtics going to be starstruck, bro.
Black. Whoa. That's a different beast, Black. Like I said, Kyrie was playing to a level. Most people wouldn't say Kyrie better than Jason Tatum.
Y'all want to know what's crazy?
Unless you're a Maverick fan or you're a Kyrie fan. Most people wouldn't say Kyrie better than Jason Tatum.
What's crazy is that when we got Luka, you know what Luka grew up like? You know who he grew up to look up to? He looked up to LeBron. He looked up to him.
Bro, I don't think Boston role players trump their guys like that. I'm telling you. Reeves can get you 40. Derek White not getting you 40. Derek White not getting me 40. He not getting me 40. And their defense is number 1 right now. Their offense ain't going to struggle. So hold up. Let me tell you this. Black, as well. Kyrie struggled against Boston because of their length and all that. LeBron not.
the Lakers have nothing but length.
LeBron not going to struggle in that situation. Because I'm saying, we forget what happened. Like, that really happened. LeBron not going to struggle. He gonna
All right,
bully
so
whoever Boston put on him.
and you know what Boston's not going to do? They're not going to double right early on. They're not going to double. But say we're all healthy, right? And Jaylen Brown tries to guard Luca, and you come set a pick. They're not going to double. So then you're going to get Luca versus KP or
I
Horford,
don't.
right? Then Luca drives, and once he starts beating them, they're going to double. And then when they double, guess what? LeBron.
Okay, hold on, TGK. My bad. Derek White just got me 40 tonight. Okay, my bad. Y'all understand? If y'all don't understand what the hell I'm saying, y'all tripping. Austin Reeves already had 40, and Derek White just getting you 40 now. As I said, one of them is more reliable for scoring than the other one. So yeah, okay. Congratulations to Derek White for getting his 40 tonight. If I
Yeah.
had to ask you which one getting 40 first, which one would y'all say getting 40 first? Derek White or Austin Reeves?
Austin Reeves better, bro. Let's stop playing around with
Probably
that.
Austin. Probably
Which
Austin.
one of y'all
Yeah.
saying in the chat? Are y'all gonna say Austin Reeves? Or you gonna say Derek White? That's not what I asked you. If you overrated, y'all switching the conversation. Stop switching it. I didn't ask you if he's better than him. I didn't say he's better than him. That's not the conversation I'm having. Don't go there. Now I want y'all to think like Kobe stands and all that right now. Think about your scoring. Think about scoring. Who would y'all think would get 40 first? Austin Reeves or Derek White?
I'm taking Austin Reeves.
Coco said Reeves too. Latte said Reeves. Reeves. Okay. Okay. All right. That's all I got to say. That's offensive that I'm worrying about. The defense, you don't got to worry about with Boston. I mean, with LA. LA running a scheme right now to get you the number one defense. That's what everybody been worried about the whole year. So they're going to be fine defensively, as they're showing you right now. Because JJ playing a defensive scheme that's going to work for them no matter who they playing. Unless Dark White get you 40. Or Drew Holiday better get me 40.
Mm-hmm. You know what's
Rui
also
going to get me consistently 20 points now. They got enough on offense now to compete with them. And they have two guys that are even higher on the offensive level. Hey, how about I say this to y'all? I think LA right now a better offensive team than Boston.
Ooh. That's a hot
Is it
take.
crazy to say they fifth right now since the trade? Would that be crazy?
You know their offensive rating yesterday was a 138.
Would
You
that
know
be
how
crazy to say
ridiculous
they
that is?
fifth right now since the trade has happened? First in defense and fifth in offense. Would that be crazy? But Luka usually a top 10 guy with offense and all, and the usual by himself. He got LeBron with him. Man, as I said, y'all coping. Y'all trying to cope to find ways to say that no, it ain't gonna happen. Luka with
King, you
LeBron
want
now. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna
King?
see when it
You know
happens.
what? King, you want to know what's scary? What's scary is that when they go into the summertime, the Lakers are going to get a big man. They're going to get a big man this summertime,
And I'm
and
not even
that's
worried
going to
about
be
the,
really scary.
everybody talking about that summertime stuff, bro. They just destroyed the Nuggets with the ultimate big man.
That
They
is
are
true.
beating the hell out of teams right now. Like I don't. It's like everybody saying just wait and see for LeBron and Luka for them to fail. It's like it's LeBron and Luka, and y'all talking like they Donovan Mitchell. Their team right now is first in defense and fifth in offense, and y'all saying wait and see they're gonna fail. When?
Yeah,
When?
that's
Yeah, Gina can't wait to Luka turn up too and all that. Just wait. When are we waiting for the failure? When? They had that 2-game losing streak, remember? And everybody was, oh my God, the Lakers trash and all LeBron hurting Luka and all that stuff. Then they just won what, 7 in a row, whatever? Again?
Yep.
yeah.
When?
And you know what's funny is someone just commented on one of my videos where I was uh, talking about Kyrie's injury, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were done making Mavericks content." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm not." And you're not gonna stop me if I continue to. So, what do you want me to do?
Jeez,
I'm not making live content. I'm talking about Kyrie's injury. I think that goes beyond the Mavericks, bro.
bro,
How
this
long do you
dude,
think?
LeBron won a title with Timothy Mozgov.
How
Bruh.
long do you?
Bro,
How long do
they
you
not
think?
thinking about the league. Like they keep saying, they trying to think. They trying to think like the normal, like every other player. Like these are the two. They got two generational players. They have
Right.
two generational players. LeBron does this with guys, anybody at the five. With Tristan Thompson at the five. With Mozgov at the five. With those
Like
guys at the five. You feel me? Joel, what's his name for the Heat or whatever? The hell was his
King,
name?
Oh,
this is literally Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, bro.
Yes, bro. This is the
It's
closest to
literally what it
Michael and
is.
Scotty will having 2 top 5 players. That's how I feel, TGK. Yes.
But instead you have you have Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. You got basically traits of both of them in both players. Like that's the thing. Where both of them could facilitate, both of them could score 60.
Both of them. So both
Both
of the
of them-
players better than Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
And both of them
better
have
than Scottie.
Jordan-esque type of
You feel me? So even if
big
Jordan,
time
if
games.
you say Jordan better than them, both of these guys are way better than Scotty. And I love Scotty.
Yeah. Bro, imagine, bro, like what, bro? Like that's what when I've been playing 2K, like I can't be beat on 2K with the Lakers, bro. Like it's just too much, man. Like,
Yeah.
nobody
So
knows.
Gina Kim, that's the thing. Luka has that. So Luka loves that final shot and all. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the benefit, I guess I should say, of Kyrie before. Like Kyrie was that dunk. Luka, that's who you put Braun beside. That ultimate like guy that can get a bucket when he needs to. It is what it is because Braun thinks too much at times. That's his issue with his brain. Like in certain situations, he'll overthink and do something like, damn, Braun, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did this one. They have that cerebral killer. Sorry for my language, but like Luka is that guy, that Kobe-esque, that fourth quarter, that we just watched him do it on one leg against Rudy Gobert, had him on skates.
Now LeBron doesn't have to be that guy.
Yes. So
Luka wants to be that
when they
guy.
need Kyrie, when they need to draw up that play for Kyrie, they draw up that play for Luka.
Yep.
And they haven't even gotten to fourth quarter heroics Luka yet. Because LeBron been so fresh in the fourth quarter where he just go and scores buckets in the fourth quarter. They ain't even gotten to that situation yet.
You know how many minutes Luka is averaging right now? He's at like a 34 minutes right now over the last 7 games.
really?
Yes, King. You know how long I've been asking for the Mavericks to get Luka at 34 minutes a game?
And you say you can still get like a 30-point triple-double?
Yeah, and they got LeBron at 35, bro. Like
Man,
that's
bro.
perfect.
That's crazy.
TGK,
Yeah.
they're alternating their minutes.
I know, but that's the beauty of it. Like you understand how you were able to keep them fresh.
I'm the man. You saying his he said his minutes were lower this year. What you talking about, bro? He played like how many games for the Mavericks? 20
Yeah,
games.
he played like
He's talking about in general, bro. His whole career so far.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, y'all. You're trying to make
he was averaging 40 minutes a game for.
People don't try to listen, bro. They just try to prove you wrong.
Right. Like,
that's what I hate. Like you listen. You're literally saying facts, but he's trying to. Well, what about this year? And it's like, but why are you trying to prove me wrong? Just listen. Luka averages a lot of freaking minutes for his career.
Yeah.
You know
so think of it from this perspective, right? Like you have a training staff and a coaching staff that didn't manage Luka's minutes coming off of a playoff run where he had a collapsed lung, a broken knee, all this stuff, right? I'm just hyperbole. But he had all these injuries, and we go into the season not managing his minutes, not managing his injuries, and instead of calling him fat and all this stuff, we never managed Luka's time on the court. Same thing with Kyrie. We just pushed that man damn near to 40 minutes a game because there's no regard for the player's health, and there's no scheme to be able to keep them fresh.
And that's
wonder
shout out
why.
to Ben. That's Jason Kidd. That's on Jason Kidd too. That is on Jason Kidd. That's why I said Jason Kidd came out and said something about that Rachel Nichols thing, because that is on Kidd. That's because, like Jason said, the other Jason, shout out to Jason Gallagher that was on the show. Kidd has these certain like ways he just is, and he plugs and plays people into the way he is instead of adjusting and making the system a different way. So with that being said, he needed somebody to be the Luka Kyrie, so he only had Luka and Kyrie, or Spencer and Kyrie. So he kept putting them instead of letting the other guys do something and making the game plan different, where Jaden Hardy can be there, or Axum can be there more, or whatever like that. Like that's why guys.
And that's the issue that the Knicks are running into. And like my biggest thing about the Kyrie thing, I know people are like, oh, it's a freak injury. It doesn't deal with minutes. Like, no, I think where y'all are missing the point is there's no number one here no more. Kyrie became the number one. So he has to shoulder the load to keep the offense running. So even though he's playing more minutes, he's also making more riskier plays, bro, just to keep the Mavericks within striking distance of keeping points on the board. And because of that, he's taking all these riskier drives to the basket instead of being a spot up shooter with Luka. And what's
And
that
Oh
you're
man,
you're increasing the opportunities for injury, and that's what
yeah,
happened. Like
yes,
and
man.
I
you're
just
doing
think it's
this.
common
I'm
sense,
laughing.
bro.
I'm laughing at I'm the man because he's talking about letting Nico cook and all. That's the difference. Y'all don't
But
understand. If something changes,
TGK,
if something changes something day, a different day, I ain't afraid to say it changed. You ain't gonna never get me to sit behind something to do
but
something. That's why I don't mess with this
TGK
Maverick
to
team.
carry,
That's
TGK to
literally why I don't
carry
mess with
on
this
your.
Maverick team. I'm the man. So, like I said, Nico back then let him cook, but not anymore. Nico a traitor. I didn't know he was trading Luka Doncic. When I found out he's backstabbing me, I don't mess with Luka. Just like anybody else, you probably didn't mess with in your family or friends back in your future or past or whatever the hell you gonna do. Stuff happens like that. That's one. And two, you saying it was trending downwards and all that stuff. You're right, but you said we have no clue. His minutes down because he playing with Braun. He was playing with Kyrie and still playing a bunch of minutes. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?
I
What
think
are
Dan
you
was
talking
trying to.
about?
I think Dan was
Kyrie
trying to
not
say
Braun.
something.
So, what, hold, hold on, hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm lost. I'm lost. So
You
because
gonna
he
make me
with
want to play the
LeBron,
song. I'm the man.
again, I'm the man. I just said to you, you do realize when Luka's off the court, the Lakers are usually losing, even with Braun on the floor. No, you don't watch that part either. No,
Came
because
in
I
the
love it,
world
Jenny. Because
crying
I
and
love people
fussing.
tell me I'm wrong or I'm stupid and stuff like that. Because then I like to prove them stupid. Because then they never finish their points.
But TGK to carry on your point about
No,
the
you said we don't know
Kyrie
what we're
thing.
talking about. I'm the man. I saw you. No, I'm the man. I saw you. Don't say you told me I don't
But
know what I'm
TG,
talking about. I mean, I'm stupid, right?
but TGK to carry on your point on the Kyrie
Oh,
thing.
my bad. That's
He's
not
doing
stupid. I
this.
got you. I'm the man.
He's doing
Go
this
ahead.
without a big man. That's the craziest thing. He's doing this without a big man, and that's the risk that you do. You run the risk of hurting him, and that's just what happened.
Yeah,
It's what
but Dan,
happened.
even on top of that, Dan, like Kyrie is known as an injury prone player. Like he has an injury history, and the big thing about playing with Luca is that he's been able to play a different style of role that's safer for him, right? And without
Mm-hmm.
Luca, without AD, he now has to take on all these extra, chances and
Yep.
responsibilities, and when you
Yep.
increase the opportunities for injury risk because of having to take
Yep.
riskier plays to get buckets, you increase the injuries, and
Right. And when
unfortunately,
you
he had a
got Luca,
catastrophic one.
yeah, and like I said before, prayers for him. I hope that he feels
Facts.
better and stuff like that. But man, it's just when the Luca thing happened, it was like, man, I was just in shock. I was almost in tears when that happened, man.
I
I
was.
was almost in tears. That's crazy. I mean, you trade away a generational talent and you only get a first round pick, a 22-year-old player, and a 32-year-old player that's injury prone. And you don't get anything
I,
more back?
I'm the man. You still my homie. I'm the man. Just letting you know, man. I be wanting y'all to know when we get into battles in here, there ain't no beef. That it is what it
Man,
is. We can't be being soft.
Oh no, I got
it's just
beef. Ah.
I don't have any beef with y'all. I love y'all. You watching my show, so I have no problem with y'all.
it's just I've always said this before. You know, I've always respected Luca whenever he came into the league. I mean, this was a kid that was 15 years old when we first got
Hey,
him.
hey, Dan, are you on a computer or are you on a phone? I'm trying to help your
But
mic
I'm
yeah,
on.
here.
I think
I'm
he on
on.
his headphones. He probably just talking in his phone. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
no beef. Like I said, it's barbershop talk. Queen can tell you when I'm in the barbershop. This is how we talk it there too. Going back and
Yeah.
forth and all. Talk to everybody about and then we come back. Yeah, if I talk to you like this, that mean I care about your opinion. It usually mean I mean have an intense opinion about it. Yes, if I don't talk to you, I don't care. As you hear Queen saying in the back, that's my wife, as you know.
Uh,
So yeah, she would
Came
know.
in the
She knows
world
me.
crying and fussing. Homie, we ain't say nothing. Every ghetto I
well,
know's the same.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't have time for BS. So if it's just
Trying
straight
to make
BS,
a
I just
little
leave you alone.
change.
yeah, but I just and I hope that Luca does win a championship with the Lakers. I do, but man, it's just the Mavericks have 3 years now. They have 3 years. three
No,
years to win a championship.
no,
That's
not no more.
crazy.
They only
Not
got
no
one
more.
year
They
now,
don't.
Dan. They only got 1 year
1 year.
now, Dan.
They have no
One
years, bro.
year.
Keep it real.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
over. It's over.
Facts.
Like I said, we're not winning this year. We're not winning next year. Like I said, Kyrie's not going to be Kyrie next year. Even if you think the most positive thing about Kyrie Irving, it's probably not happening next year. That's usually not how it works. Like I'm just letting you know. So that's 2 years gone already. then like you worry about after that, like I don't know.
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy right now. I mean, we were just basically like, we were just praising the Mavericks, and now all of a sudden we're down into the deepest dark hole in the world.
It was less than a year ago. We were in the NBA finals. That's the part that I like. Like that's how I'm like coping. I've never, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you, I'm the man. Just people in general. They say get over it. Yo, I've never seen another team just go to the NBA finals, lose their best player, and people say, "Yo, we happy about that. It's okay. Get over it." Like what? Like getting to the NBA finals is easy.
Yeah, it's crazy right now, TK. It's something. But I mean, all we can hope for is just either with the team
Bro,
or
yeah, like Queen said, they did it behind our back. That's the dirty part about it. Like he did it behind our backs. The organization literally said, they said this. They did it behind our backs because they didn't want the uproar of the fans, even though they got it afterwards. Like it's like you didn't think that was gonna come. Like they literally said they did it behind our backs because they knew we were going to be mad about it. Why am I still? Why are there any MFFLs? That's Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban not here no more. MFFL don't exist. That's Mark Cuban.
yeah. I was just on I was just on TGK shows. When the Luka thing happened, I was like, man, this really happened. I thought
Yep.
Shams was like, I thought
I'm
Shams was half. I thought he was half. That's what I
I'm
thought.
not a. I feel you, Dan. I'm not a Laker fan at all. I'm the man. That's why I say if Luka not playing, I don't play the games, and I'm up at night playing them just because it's Luka and all that stuff. Like they play 10:30 at night most times in my time, so it's like I'm tired, ready to go to bed. Like I can't do a post game show for them. Like I would, it just destroys everything. It ain't about the Lakers. What I'm saying, they destroy. Think about it as far as us. Like think about it as a business mind. Get out of the fan now. Get out of the fandom. Think about it as us doing this as content creators, putting our hard work into this and doing this, and you still want to get appreciation and get paid and stuff for it. You want to build your subscribers, all that type of stuff. They said F all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
They
They
said
said,
F all of. We don't care about what you got right now going on. We go like y'all not thinking bigger picture. Y'all keep thinking little as far as the Mavericks and this team and the guys on the floor. I'm not worried about that. It's bigger than that. Like this is a job. I come here and help and sit here, give my time for y'all. Like it's my and y'all as well. Like I do it for y'all because I love y'all. I say that all the time. I love this interaction and all. They took that away, that joy and all we were having. We built this up for
mm-hmm.
years,
Yep.
years watching Luca and all that stuff.
I would have never been doing what I was doing if it wasn't for
So I'm
y'all.
saying
Like
Kyrie got involved in all and bringing him on the family and all and appreciating him. We got Luca and Kyrie. Oh, this is crazy. To then
bruh,
be
it's
like,
crazy.
man, we got neither one of them.
that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Queen's right. I mean, we added Clay, and then what's Clay doing? I mean, he's the only
Suffering.
one left. He's the only
Suffering.
one left. TGK. He's the
Yep.
only one left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't.
Left.
This is now y'all keeping loyalty to a team that's not the same team no more. They just have the same name. So it's like if McDonald's got owned by somebody else now, but they kept the same McDonald's name. You don't got to be loyal to McDonald's no more. They no longer McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're a new person. This is no longer Mark Cuban Mavericks. This is a new Maverick regime. I don't have to just like them because they're here and because they bought the team.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. And I'm not gonna
And
be watching.
McDonald's is better, Coco.
I'm be watching Luca, and I'll be watching him win
Exactly. I'm the man. He
championships.
sold to the owners. That's why I'm not really big on Mark Cuban right now, pause. Because he sold to the devil.
Well, King, I'm gonna run and shoot this other reaction video, man, and call it a
All
night.
right, so you can handle your thing. I think we're about to do the show soon anyway. It's probably just going to be questions and comments.
Bet.
Hey, I'm the man that did DSJ dirty. DSJ, one of the best defenders in the league. I see that stat still. That he ain't in the league and like his individual defense is stupid. The percentages on him.
Yeah.
DSJ was supposed to be that dude. I thought DSJ had talent and all. Rick Carlisle and them did him dirty. Like it's bro. I'm not the biggest. I was already falling out of love with the team even when Mark Cuban was here. I don't like Mark Cuban. I wanted Mark Cuban to sell the team. Just didn't think he'd sell it to them.
I honestly thought when Mark Cuban sold the team, I thought it was because he wanted.
We all got what we asked for, just not in the way we wanted it. We weren't specific enough. Words have power. So I say everything we wanted happened. It just didn't happen the way we wanted it to.
Right. I honestly thought that when Mark Cuban sold the team, I thought it was just because that he just wanted to be with his family and whatnot. Now all of a sudden, when he sold it to the new owners, it's like, man, this is different. It's crazy.
Good night, Martin. Yeah, I'm gonna end this anyway. It's getting depressing in here. Like I said, it's gonna always be depressing because that's why I try not to watch the NBA. Just the NBA in general, and watching the NBA makes me depressed in a way. Like watching the Mavericks makes me depressed because they're losing, and I know why they're losing. So it's like everything just makes me depressed, man, about watching this game. This game just is not fun right now. I'm not a fan of the NBA. I was a fan of the NBA first. I'm not a fan of the NBA right now.
They're doing it, and they're losing games with no heart and no grace. That's the whole.
Yep. But all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Appreciate you, TGK, for hopping on stage. Dan and Ben. Everybody else, as always. K. I think it was Jay. I don't know if Trav was here today. Appreciate y'all as always. I'm in this. We'll be back on what's that? Friday, right? Yep, Friday for the next game against I saw who that was, and now I forgot that quick. Grizzlies against the Memphis Grizzlies, I believe. Friday, I'll see y'all then. But join us for the post game show, like I said, in about 45 minutes or so. I'll see y'all then for that one. Peace. We're gonna stay in here rocking. This is now a venting session and all this for y'all. This for the fan, man. Like I said, it's fan first. We the voice of the fans. So don't feel some type of way. Say your piece, vent, feel the way you feel. We grieving all together here. I appreciate all y'all as always for being rocking with us. We'll see y'all later. Peace.